Hi, everybody. If you can see us and hear us, please let us know down in the comments. Did you hear Layla? I'm playing with Christine as well.
Nice. Oh,
hi, everybody. Probably not, says Russell. Hi, Russell.
Chat.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Chris. Hi, Phil. Hi, Amy. Hi, Hive.
Cracker went out over Ryan.
Nobody else is saying
Phil.
hi. I'm just going to say hi to everybody.
Yeah, everybody hi. I don't know
everybody
if
hi. Yeah, everybody hi.
Mark,
hi,
good to see you, Mark.
Hey, Gary. Hey, Callum. Hi, Chris.
Oh,
hey, Phil. Hi, Amy. Hi, Russ. Russ, I did see that 7-month channel membership pop up literally just before the stream. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Hey, Callum.
Hi, Anton. Hi, Paul.
Hey, Paul. Hi, Anton. Have we got everybody? Hey, D. Hey, Spider King. I think 8 wheels, 8 legs, Anton. 4 wheels is in the chat somewhere.
Anton, it's not my fault. It's I always wake Scott up early with a nice little video message. I am dressed, only in panties.
It was probably my fault, to be fair, because I came in super late. So I'll take.
Hi, Michael.
Oh yeah, Scott, you don't keep an eye on the calendar chat.
I am.
Hey, Ants England. I'm not in it.
Oh. What was that, Ryan? It is Ryan, right?
Yeah. So, no, Callum was taking the mic because I always stand up, but when I'm stood up, I always sway side to side. Just, I don't know, it's just what I do. So I said I'm going to sit down, so I'm not sat there constantly just like going side to side. But, yeah.
Prior to going live, we've discovered Ryan, who is Scapes, is actually only 17 years of age. He's not long to his GCSEs. Actually, down in the comments, if you know how old Ryan is, please don't comment, but have a guess at how old Ryan is.
Yeah.
Have a little guess. Callum knows because Happy Ant literally knows everything about.
Put it this way, his mum's only just stopped buying his diapers.
15, 12. I'm sorry.
No swearing until 9 o'clock because people.
Yeah, I forgot. It's a 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock shut off on the very PC side of things. Yeah,
16. Yeah, I think we're going to go along the lines of sort of 15, 16. Greg says 21, and Greg will give you an honest answer. Chris says 27.
38. Oh, yeah.
Hey, hi.
Anton.
21. D says 42.
Is that the crow's
feet?
ATC. Hey, ATC. Ads, how you doing, Adam? Good to see you, buddy.
Floral Love says 24. Definitely just hitting puberty, says Ants England. Paul says it's 6 a.m. here. There's no swearing until 9. Sorry, Paul. I'm in the UK, so unfortunately we've got to go by the UK times.
Hey, Bex.
Happy Ants just dropped Ryan's channel link down into the chat as well. What you been up to then, Ryan, since you last come on? It's been a little while.
To be honest, yeah, it's been a while. I think it was around Christmas time, maybe it's even before that, around November time. I think that's when my giveaway was. Yeah, it was just before, about Christmas. November. Yeah, it was about October, November time. To be honest, not much. I mean, my daughter was born on the 17th of November, so I haven't really had a massive amount of time. I think that side of it was me just getting used to the routine of having a daughter and then having the animals, and obviously that's it, and being a dad. So that's been like the routine, getting used to everything like that, and then also fitting in my animals. And then recently I've opened up like a store, and it's also getting used to like the store side of things, having a daughter, then my channel, and keeping up with updates and things. So it's been really slow, to be honest, a lot slower than I would have liked to. But I feel like I've got a good routine now. and things are going well, because she goes down at about 7 o'clock, 6:30 every night now upstairs. No more cot by the by the side in the front room or anything like that anymore.
I think from a dad who's a veteran, I would say literally take as many pictures as you can. If she's in the middle of the night screaming, get up, give her a bottle, do everything you can with her while she's small. As soon as they start walking, it's like, that's it. You are literally a bag of nerves. Everywhere they go, you're like,
yeah. So
cheers, Chris. Thank you very, very much. Chris has just put a super sticker on. After the show last weekend, I kind of that's well needed. Put it that way. Thank you, Mark.
I did manage to build a tank for my dart frogs, which again I can show you the tank. I've separated the dart frogs for now because I actually ended up losing one of them. I put them in a little bit too soon. That was devastating because I got 6 vitalis. I lost one of them. So I built a setup for them. So I thought to myself, I'm just going to leave that as long as I can. They're fine in the big, massive, they're just the deep tubs you get, like the storage boxes. I've kept them in one of those for now. And they're actually doing great. So I just need to let this tank establish maybe for another week or 2. And then I'll be starting to add those in because I built like a breeding area. So I built that for them. And again, I've opened up a store, which is basically if you want me to design, custom build terrariums or tanks, anything. That's a service that I do offer on my website alongside research and advice into biotopes and mirroring inhabitants, environments in nature. So it's that side of it's been going really well. Ants England's done one with me, Ants Holifer, a few other people. But yeah, it's been good. I've had some good responses, orders on the website.
Thank you, Anton.
But yeah, it's that's about it really. Not much other than having a daughter. That took most of my time, as you can imagine. So
Anton's just dropped $4.49 onto the chat. Thank you, dude. Really, really appreciate that. I know it might be a bit soon, but got any plans for baby number 2?
No. So Joe's just took a promotion at work as well. So she's doing like a master's now to be a practitioner. So there's a lot of changes, and I think this point it's probably way too soon to say. Maybe it's once she's finished it in like 3 years' time, we'll think about it then. But that kind of changed the last month because we were planning on it, a little bit sooner than we thought. And also, if you were wondering, whoever said 27, you were right. I think Chris said 27. Yeah, you're right. I'm 28.
Ellie's been a channel member for 12 months.
All my beard off the other day, so I look 12-year-old. Yeah.
See, with me, I just look old with the big beard. But if I shave the beard off, I just look old without a beard. That's pretty much how it would be.
I'm not gonna lie though, it was nice. It was a nice feeling getting ID'd for beers.
Bet it was.
Yeah.
Just before we take a look at a setup or 2 of yours, the show on Sunday. How did you like that one? It was your first in-person show, wasn't it?
It was awesome. I absolutely loved it. I think it's mainly because there's so many like-minded people. You get really good advice while you're there, and obviously there's just so much to look at and choose from. I thought it was awesome. I wish there was maybe more breeds of like isopods or millipedes and things. I think for me,
Ryan, let me just say a quick thank you, Mark, channel member for 10 months. Ryan, you've just put a £4.49 super sticker on. Thank you very, very much.
Oh, it's all right. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I thought the show was awesome. It was really, really good. I'm glad I went in the end. As I said, it wasn't my plans at all. I was supposed to have my niece and nephew that day. My nephew came down with chickenpox, and with Willow being so young, 4 months old, we didn't want to risk her catching it so young. So we just had to cancel it for the day. But no, it was awesome, man. I loved it. And good seeing you, good seeing Phil, a few other people as well.
I have got a few apologies. I've got to apologise to you, to Greg, to Phil, and to Gavin as well. Unfortunately, the person I got a lift with, their dad needed to leave quite early because they've got work a long way away. So I kind of thought, we're here all day, but we weren't. We actually had to leave about 1:30, so I couldn't come back round to say you know, and have a proper conversation with everybody. Unfortunately, Greg says he thinks he saw you. He saw you down at the show. Greg is 8 legs 4 wheels. So Greg was doing the raffle. Him and his wife down in the corner. Do you know where you first saw me?
Yeah.
You spin yourself around, and just behind you is where they are.
Ah, okay. Near the guy who was building the setups with the like plants in and stuff. So him who was making the custom like mini builds. Yeah.
Greg was in the wheelchair with his wife, not the same one.
Ah, if you saw me with a pram, then yeah, it was most definitely probably me. Yeah. Pushing the baby around.
And your daughter, man, she is absolutely beautiful, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I will tell you straight, I am not one for newborn babies. I prefer them when you can pick them up and they cuddle you and stuff like that. But absolutely gorgeous. No, Greg says we're easy to see. We are both in wheelchairs, and that guy wasn't them. No. If you come to Bristol or any other show, Ryan, I'll take you straight over to go meet him. He's an absolute legend. He's literally showing what, you know, if you're disabled in a wheelchair, it doesn't make no difference. You can still be part of the hobby in a massive way.
Mm-hmm. No, that's great.
He's a very intelligent guy as well.
Oh, sorry, I see. I was looking for someone named Greg, but is that eight legs?
8 legs 4 wheels.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. No drinks before 9. I know. I went like that off screen, and I realised I was still in full view, and I was like, "Oh, okay, damn it."
Are you drinking yet?
Yeah.
Are you drinking yet?
Yes. Just water.
Did Mummy buy it for you? I'm sorry, I had to.
It's funny, you know, because when I had my baby,
Ryan's wife has basically gave him tonight off. Having chatted to Ryan and his partner on Sunday, she basically gave him tonight off. So if Ryan wants a beer or two after all that time and all the rest of it, then fair enough. No doubt you do the same.
I'm glad you said that. I was like, oh, because you obviously asked Joe. You were like, can you come live with me on Tuesday? I was like, let's say yes.
Yeah.
Say yes. Yeah. But I felt bad as well because I didn't get much chance to talk to you. Afterwards, I said to Phil, I was like, "Where's Scott? I want to say goodbye to him." But he did say you'd already gone. So that was a shame. But it's fine if you're getting live with other people. It makes sense.
Greg, can you drop your channel link down into the comments if you want, fella? Sure, if not, Happy Ant will probably do it in about 3 seconds because he's pretty damn quick at that type of stuff.
Yeah, he gets every night off.
He gets every night
Good one,
off.
Cal. It's mainly to speak to you, Cal, because you're so needy.
Oh, Dee's done it. Thank you, Dee. Oh, Greg forgot his card at the show, so couldn't spend too much. I was on a budget. I won't lie. I took 200, and that was 100 too much. Trust me, it was. But I come back with 50 quid, and that's as well as getting in there, getting food, stuff like that as well.
Spent the money for my bridesmaid's dress.
You're not wearing anything.
I'm not turning up naked. I need my dress.
I'm under strict instructions from Mark. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of overtime. So Tyra went out on Saturday. I picked her up at 3 o'clock in the morning from the nightclub, which was hilarious because she'd done all her makeup, done her hair. She looked fit as anything, and then she come in and literally just collapsed. I was like, "Oh, what?" We were in bed. That was that. But yeah, I think she knew because B the Liam says hello, Anton. Because
hey, B.
I think because I've done so much overtime, I think that was the only reason she agreed to me going Sunday. There is another one. There is Karen. I can't see her letting me go to that one as well as we'll have to see. Hey, Derek. Yeah. Derek, hope you're feeling a bit better now, sunshine.
Hi, Derek.
Hi, Derek.
I bet it was, Greg.
The
Nottingham show, Chris.
Yeah, of course.
I think we'll do it.
I'll show that one.
I think we shall go to that one. So remember when you come on last time and you showed us the tank with the water and all the rest of it? How's that one getting on?
Yeah, to be honest, mate, it's going really well. It's completely overgrown. Normally I'm half day Wednesday, so I can normally get all my like main heavy duty trimming and stuff like that done that day.
I think you've just had a baby, so now if it's a little bit overgrown, I think everybody in the chat will completely forgive you.
So let me remember how to do this. The back camera. Right, okay. So is it still clear enough? I'm gonna have to move my chair out of the way. I've just put a random chair in the room.
It's completely black at the moment, Ryan. There we go.
Okay, so this, right. Wow. This is the, as you can see, it's just mental overgrown right now. But
you say overgrown, I think that looks awesome. Well, I would literally be going, I'm not quitting that. Hey, Thomas.
Well, I don't want to cut the umbrellas. I want them to kind of go higher because I put these wall things on for now, roof things. So I can hang LEDs instead. But once they reach higher, I'm just going to start hanging them, and then they keep climbing. Which ones? This.
Sorry, and you got to remember, I just put the plants in. I never remember the names or even look from too much. So which one's the umbrellas?
Sorry, these ones here. These ones.
Oh, they're nice.
Yeah. These are the umbrellas. They're nice. They grow quite big as well. These will reach quite tall. So those ones there, I did put some Swiss cheese in, but they haven't rooted very well, so they're at the back kind of suffering. But all the rest of it's like Muhlenbeckia complexa, it's like Australian knives, some trade centures, different ones, Vitonias, and then just like bits of moss, obviously on the rocks, which has grown nicely from like the water level up and climbed up now. Because this is, I think, this month, this tank is a year old. So I've had this running for a year now. The main changes was I added a better filter and then extra light just for these plants that require more, I guess, heavier lighting. Where is it you live again? I live in Middlesbrough, northeast. But yeah, this, and then inside there's a trapjaw colony, which ants, they burrow in this area, and they come out for food and things like that. So I literally just give this part the most trimming, just so I can still see them and see them when they're foraging and stuff. Because I don't know if you can see, but it's like a cave in there. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah,
that's their tunnels anyway. So hopefully now that I've moved that plant a little bit, that peperomia, hopefully they come out now because they normally react to vibrations. But this is the Trapjaw Islands paludarium, which is obviously surrounded by water. Luckily, the ants can't climb glass, so that does help that they can't kind of just climb straight out as well, if they do.
Dirt nerd.
And then Dirt nerd, yeah, everyone in...
just seen that, Callum just dropped that in.
Dirt nerd, yeah.
And England is literally, she is like in love with those trapjaws. Thomas Gecko says Complexia is his favourite bioactive vivarium plant.
Yeah, it honestly, it grows like wildfire. It's a great plant. It really is. And you can also like kind of cut it to how you want it as well, the way it reaches out and stretches so far. So yeah, it really is great, and it can stand up as well as climb, depending on how you train it, or if you want to, bend the nodes certain ways, it can take it. Whereas like trade centures, if you overextend them, they'll snap. Whereas these are just like you can just put them anywhere you want. But this, I just let it grow out of control. So this is just out of control. There's a little mist maker in there. Yeah. So there's.
There they are. Oh wow.
Yeah, bad reflections because I've got. Sorry.
Have you added fish?
Yeah, I didn't have anything last time we spoke. But I added in 25 neons.
Oh, wow.
Because it was easy to...
You got males and females?
I think so. I just got it like 25 from Maidenhead. And then I had cherry barbs in here. And I also have 2 giant armoured fan shrimp, which I'm actually out at the moment, unfortunately. But yeah, the water area is still pretty cool. I enjoy that. Now my giant African millipede tank's a bit of a mess at the moment because that one is overgrown to the point where
no worries, you are completely forgiven. You're literally a new father, so don't worry.
Sure, this one.
Ryan, before we get to that one,
yeah.
There was a couple of questions about the lights that you're using at the moment. Like, are they specialist lights? Are they dedicated plant lights, or are they just pure LED? Off you go.
Yeah, LED, Amazon. £20 jobs. I think they were night crew lights off Amazon. So pretty cheap lights. You still get your reds and blues, but it's not RGB. Yeah, so they're just standard like night crew LED lights, and they do great, to be honest. I used to have like a Fluval size, it called, and they were just mega expensive. They did the exact same thing, and these, to be honest, grow them just as good. So I stopped buying those. I only bought one and realised it was extortion. All Pond Solutions as well. They're great for lights. They do the PLEDs, which you can get for $17.50, I think, on their website for sort of tank this size, which was 3 foot. So
I used to hammer All Pond Solutions when I was keeping fish because their filters are cheap and really reliable.
Cheap,
They're awesome.
Yeah. Really good. And obviously they make them themselves. I think they do, but they're awesome. That's what I'm using. All Pond Solutions filter as well.
So. PJ said, "Did you get the bullet ant that you sent in the post?"
I didn't.
Happy Ant says, Ryan, thank you, Happy Ant. Really, really appreciate that, man. He's just dropped 4.49 onto the chat. That's awesome, dude. Yeah. He's just said, Ryan, you suck letting all that grow over. For anybody that don't know, Happy Ant and Ryan are actually they're really, really close friends. So if Happy does have a little dig, it's all in good fun.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I wouldn't say we were good friends though.
No.
But yeah, that's all it was. Like
I can't comment on Callum because it's not 9 o'clock
yet. Yeah, that's true.
I can't swear.
That's true. That's how strongly we feel about him.
Ants England said lovers. It's more like Ryan is Callum's idol. Anson. I think obsession is probably the correct word for Callum. I think he spends all his money on fuel to get up to Ryan's garden to see if he can see him through the window.
It was so weird. We were saying this earlier. Basically, that Callum sits in people's trees and watches them sleep at night. I can't remember if we were saying it was Callum or Sadie. It might have been one of the two. I can't remember. But
we've said it before in a group chat. That is in the group chat that you're in with us, lot, Ryan. We've said that.
Yeah.
He definitely
does.
B the Liam says, I love that tank. Sue wants me and her to build one too. Yeah,
so B's fairly new to the hobby. Speak to B most nights as well. Normally we're in voice chats in the Discord server I'm in. I've got, sorry. Also, if you, am I allowed to mention my Discord server? Or yeah, I mentioned it now, I guess. But yeah,
you can ask Callum to drop the link to it if he's got the link to your Discord. That's completely sound, and your Bioactive website that you've got up and running.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. I think Fantasy Geckos was wanting to see the Dart Frog tank.
No worries, Thomas. One tank at a time. If anybody's got any questions on the Trapjaw tank, drop those down into the comments before Ryan moves on to his next one. Happy Ant has just put Ryan's Discord server down into the comments as well. So click on that, go sign up, and pop back again. Show some love on there as well.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, mate. But yeah, it basically we talk about anything and everything all day. It's not just ants. Obviously, I don't just keep ants. So it's just good to get like-minded people all together and chatting daily. It's really good, to be honest. And we get in voice chats most nights at it's normally quite late on 10 o'clock or sometimes earlier. Yesterday was 7:30. We were in there until 2 in the morning. So we put in some shifts in voice chat and just talk and get along. So it's good, nice friendly vibes anyway.
Chris says, there's just two comments. Chris says, what lives in there? Mark says, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Mark. Mark is a massive supporter of so many different channels. So make sure you also subscribe to Mark the Spider Guy. Would love to see him at sort of 1,000 subscribers really soon. Amy, I've seen the comment about your tarantula room. I did have a look at the pictures of it. It's looking awesome. Very jealous. What's the purple plant? Because that looks like it's kind of grown across them both. Because there is like there's two kind of mountains, and they're right with a gap in the middle.
Yeah, so it was built using through 5 vases in different heights, and then filling the vases with soil and building the rocks around the vases. So this side had like trade century Zabrina, which is nice. Like it's like illuminating or luminescent, if I'm getting it right.
Are you going to be selling any cuttings of those on your website?
Kind of like glows. Yeah, I'll be selling these eventually. I've got the Trade Century SP on these, just the standard ones with the purple undersides. Those are currently at the moment, as well as these. These run for like 99p. But others, yeah, these ones will be going live, as well as the umbrellas, and got some begonias, different types of begonias, put like polka dots and stuff, which going on there soon. Probably tomorrow, to be honest with me, getting a little bit more time. But yeah, there's quite a few isopods on there. Just a lot of them aren't for sale yet until.
The Liam says, so buying tanks. So are there next level of learning? I think bio tanks. I don't know if you agree, Ryan. It is just don't overthink them.
Yeah, definitely. Or over worry.
I got tied up in overthinking it and going, well, it's not bioactive until it's bioactive, which is 6 months to a year later. Don't worry about any of that. Just set it up, let it go, and give it a little time, and then put what you want to put in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's the main thing with these types of setups.
Hey, Rebecca.
Being more patient. I've made so many mistakes by just adding things in too soon. I think that's generally just the best advice is just patience, really, literally. And none of it sounds so daft. And it's just the best thing you can do. Once you've added your cleanup crews and things, just let it run, let them develop, let everything else develop in the soil, like the good bacterias. And you can even add certain funguses as well. There's certain things you can get. So, for example, if you have like snake pythons or ball pythons, and you get, I don't know, like an infestation of varroa mites, you can use certain funguses within the soil that kill the mites, so then you don't even need to add predatory mites to counter the varroa. There's like different things you can do. It's just, I guess, like patience, and then just a little bit of time to research and what is going to work best for that species. Like I say, it's just creating a biotope. That kind of mirrors what they would naturally have in nature, I guess. But yeah.
Also, remember that the bioactive, no matter how you think it will look after itself, it doesn't. So if there is dead food in there, you need to remove it. You still do need to do your maintenance on those bioactive tanks.
Oh yeah, like the main thing is like watering, and well, you can see here just cutting the plants down. Yeah, because it goes like cocoa stone, and just like you can't even tell it's cocoa stone at that point, really, apart from here, this little front bit. But yeah, I need to get on top of this one. Plus, there was branches connecting the two islands. You can't even see them because it's so overgrown.
PJ, thank you very much. He just dropped £2.69 onto the chat. That'll come in very handy.
PJ is really, really good guy.
Selling Ryan for top and tail.
PJ is always in the chat as well. Is that all I'm worth, PJ? I mean, come on. I know I'm from Middlesbrough, but jeez.
I'll just say quickly, any of the the ant people that have come over from Ryan's channel or his Discord or anything like that, we do keep a couple of colonies on this channel. One I actually won from one of Ryan's giveaways, which is pretty cool.
You like kisses today, don't you? Cheeky.
Ellie's got the pussy out.
He's giving me kisses.
PJ says you're not seeing him at the window as well. Maybe he's got one window and Callum's got the other.
I
wonder if they team up.
Cal just flicks pebbles out the window so people.
Chris, Ryan's fine. My end, he's coming through completely fine. But if he does glitch, don't worry about it. You can still see what's going on.
Yeah, to be fair, he's probably right. I mean, I can see on my actual thingy there that it's slightly lagged. Like I think that happened last time. There to refresh it or something, didn't it?
Yeah, you did. You just have to get hardwired into the into your router.
Yeah.
Oh, you're glitching for us, so. Greg, who is 8 legs and 4 wheels, has asked a pretty good question. Greg says, "What is recommended as a beginner ant? Literally know nothing about keeping ants." Hey, Lizzie.
The best ant is
yeah, Lacey. Yeah, exactly what Ants England's saying. So the best species to get.
Don't say the species for that one, as well we know.
Yeah. Laceus N. Laceus N. Whether it's Flavis or black garden ants, is absolutely fine. They're just so hardy, resilient. I mean, there's a lot of other ants that are very much the same, but generally they'll be very fast-growing species, whereas they're generally very slow. And at the same time, they'll give you the satisfaction of keeping the colony without them going mental. And if you've got something like Chromatigas or even like Camponotus nicobarensis, certain species grow very fast to the point where unless you don't have like an action plan in place, it can go potentially very wrong. When you will end up with like a lot of escapees. So I was actually going to ask you, Scott, how yours are going. How they're doing in that.
Let me just say a quick thank you, Derek, Reptile Innovations. Derek, Reptile Innovations, is over in the USA. He does a lot of reptile enclosure builds over there, and the man is absolutely awesome. So please drop him a subscription as well. That would be absolutely amazing. And thank you for the donation, Derek. It is going to come in very, very handy. Mine have slowed down, which I made a mistake, I think, because I put the dairy cow isopods in there. They've exploded. So any food that I put in there, they're tending to munch it really, really quick. So this weekend, I've got to sit there and take out as many of those isopods as I possibly can.
Yeah.
See, for me, if it was a tarantula, it would be easy. It'd be a case of take the tarantula out, swap out the substrate, and then that would be problem sorted. But because it's an ant colony, it's finding those 3 queens and going all from there. So I'm a little bit stuck as what to do. The one Ants England sent the last year's end, they're doing pretty well.
Good. Yeah, Sadie actually recently just sent me 2 of the Laceus ends. Because I wanted to do an experiment on like natural versus acrylic. Because obviously, as you know, in the hobby, a lot of people keep them in acrylic nests. So I wanted to see what type of development or what would change throughout the difference from acrylic to natural to see which one they prefer. Yeah. But anyway, like
do we need
growth and development,
just give him pay for Scott's wedding? Zach, I need a lot more subscribers, to be honest. I need to be up there because I want to take Scott's Inverse out of the kitchen and have its own room. And to rent somewhere in Coventry, just single room, is like $350 a month. KB Ann says, hi, everybody. Rebecca Crook says, hi, everyone.
Hey, KB. Good to see you, mate.
PJ said, "You see my photo? I added it to of YM Nico."
My sister's in here as well. Rebecca
Michael
Crook,
says he's got a load of the red ants
Beck.
in the front garden. I think what I must do is thank yourself, Ryan, and the other ant channels, because it's mainly down to Callum, Happy Ant. We take the mickey out of the guy, but he is absolutely awesome at pointing people in the direction of some amazing people. And obviously, he pointed me in the direction of you to start with. But what he's also done is kind of ignited a passion for ants with a lot of different people. Like literally, because it's not something being mainly tarantula keeper that you look at until somebody kind of points out the beauty in them. You know what I mean? And if it, like I said, if it weren't for Callum, then me and Ryan wouldn't know each other. That's for sure. And I wouldn't have my ants. I wouldn't know Ants England, and all the rest of it. And I find it really, really fascinating, because ants as a kid, I was never that fascinated by ants. You know what I mean? Because as a child, if you get ants on your doorstep, what's the first thing your parents do? I do not want to upset the ant people, but you know what I'm going to say. You know, boiling water, bleach, and all sorts comes out, and they're not considered. They're always considered the best. So it's not until somebody like yourself or Callum kind of rubs their passion off that you start having an in-depth look, and suddenly they go from being, you know, a pest from your childhood to being like, wow, these are absolutely incredible. PJ says, Scott Dubath, Portsmouth tarantulas. Not very often. I am a fan of the Spider Shop, more so Creatures from the North. I love the Creatures from the North mystery boxes. And then I prefer to buy off friends as well, to be honest. I don't know why I haven't bought. I think I bought stuff off Portsmouth a couple of years ago, but I do need to have a look, see what's on their website. At the show, I bought a couple of spiders from the tarantula room, but I didn't see much that I was into, to be honest. I didn't see. I really wanted to get some true spiders at the show, but I think they must have all gone by the time I walked around. But yeah. Hey, Matthew. Ants were actually my first fascination with inverts. Then came the tarantulas, said D.
Ah, right.
It's because, you know, you get your ants, and then you see them in the plastic like setup that people do, and I was kind of like, you know, what do we do? What can I do that's different? That's why I set those up in a bioactive, because I wanted to not so much see what they're doing all the time, but catch those glimpses of them when they come out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of difficult. PJ says, I work with Scott. Oh yeah, Scott. Yes. Oh God, I'm trying to remember. Is it Scott Hardman?
Yeah.
God, small world.
That's pretty cool. One of his best mates. One of his best mates was PJ. Like I said, PJ, I haven't got anything against them. Just so for some reason, I've just not used them for a long time.
Hopefully, PJ can get you some sort of discount there, or discount code.
That would be pretty cool. PJ. If you get a discount code, I always say, you know, it's not just for the YouTuber; it's for all the subscribers.
Definitely.
I don't like getting something for free because I make the odd video. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree, because I recently, I've got discount codes for a few retailers who sell ant stuff, like queens or nests, and I never use them because I build natural, but I put them in all my descriptions and tell people about them so that they can use them. I even had someone message today saying, "Oh, thank you, I've used your code, etc." And I'm like, "Oh, great," but no, I would never use them myself because I don't really buy natural nests. Acrylic nests. I use natural, so I would only ever really buy queens.
Of course, you can hive.
Yeah.
I think with the codes that we had, Lizzie got Nana 10 for the Spider Shop, which was 10% off. Apart from their mystery boxes or deals, and then Live Foods for You, Scott's Inverts gets you 5% off anything on their website. But they're Live Foods for You. I know Luke pretty well from talking to him about asking him what he can get live food wise and stuff like that, and we developed a relationship. And he never once said, "I want to send you a load of stuff for free" or anything like that. He said, "Look, I can give you a 5% discount for you and your subscribers." And I've gone, "Yeah, that's brilliant."
Yeah, definitely. No,
there has been a couple of companies that have approached me and said, "Look, if I send you this for free," and I've gone, "Oh, well, what are you going to do for my subscribers?" I've had, I think it was a good while ago. I think it was Mantis Den wanted to send me one of their enclosures. It might have been one of the other ones. And I said, "Look, if you send it me, I'm going to have to tell everybody it was free. I'm going to also have to tell them the negatives as well as the positives, because I'm not going to, ask it just because you sent me it to review."
Yeah.
I just feel funny about it. Do you know what I mean?
I think you do it right, and to be honest,
I'd rather
I think
just pay away.
Yeah, I think a lot of retailers, I mean the honest ones, would want you to do an honest review, because as daft as it sounds, it's just because how they ever going to, see how their product needs to improve if you're not sat there saying, "Well, it needs this, it needs that." And I think Wakushi probably one of the only, as well as a few others, but one of the main retailers for me who actually really cares about what people say in terms of criticism. He doesn't get defensive. He's happy that people make mistakes with setups, or his setups aren't ideal, because then when he brings out the next generation, he can take all that feedback and make them better for the next one. And I think that's like really what needs to be done and what is best. So it just improves everything. So yeah.
One of the people that's been like uber, massively helpful is Ants HQ.
Oh yeah, he's great. Is it Adam? Is he called Adam?
A lot of people saying Wakushi. I've bought Wakushi stuff to make some fly colonies, but I've not put them together yet because I lost the instructions to how much of what you need. I've got the 2 packets. I think I've got some orange juice in the fridge actually. So I'm going to have to drop him a message via eBay.
Yeah.
Did you not pick up any? Michael Taylor's just dropped Mark the Spider Guy's channel link down into the comments as well. Make sure you hook up with Mark. We really want to see Mark hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. We want to see Mark hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. You're not got any tarantulas yet, then, right?
Ryan's Discord to learn something more about ants. Hey, Gecko, good to see you. No, as you saw on Sunday, there's no way my missus would let me get tarantulas. The thing is that she was saying like, "Oh, these are actually really beautiful," and I was like, "Yeah. So can I get some?" But no. It's fascinating as she finds them and beautiful as she finds them. There's no way she would let me have spiders. I'm allowed snakes, but that's it. And even then, she's like, But I want to have a snake at some point this year.
Yeah,
my next build, which will be next month, is going to be my crested gecko one. I used to have snakes, you see, Ellie, but when I was younger, and then in the end, I got rid of it when I turned like 16. I think it was just one of them things, But now I really want another snake. I only had I think it was a Carolina corn snake, just like basically what everyone pretty much gets is like the first snake. But yeah, anyway, I used to love it, and then unfortunately had to get rid. But...
So what snake would you get next then? Another corn or something different?
No, I would probably want something that I can put in a bioactive build, like a royal or a tree python. But then they're so expensive.
And you can
sorry
as well.
Oh, can they?
Yep.
I didn't know.
Mine's on copper fiber.
I thought they would have to go into right. Oh, okay. I know, that's cool. Well, to be honest, then, I mean, again, I'd probably have to do a lot more research into it. But corn snakes would be great because they're not as deadly, and I can keep those quite happily. I'm used to corn snakes, temperaments and things when I had one, because I had it for about 4 or 5.
I think the best thing about it, it's so versatile. You can keep them on.
No, that's cool. So would they live in? I'm assuming it's. I'm assuming it's fairly similar to. Is it? Can you hear me again?
Oh, PJ.
Oh dear.
I've been there, fella. I've been there. Yes. Hey, Zombie Darkblade.
Anton. Oh, okay. I'll have to chat with Anton. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he breeds. Yeah, he sent me a picture of his setups on Messenger. That are absolutely awesome.
Green tree pythons.
And
he will also give you all the advice. He'll write out anything and everything that you need to do. And he'll also, once you buy the snake, he'll stay with you. You don't disappear, and he'll help you every step of the way.
Yeah, but also PJ. What happened with PJ is he had a colony of diatama bullet ants, and they also escaped. So he's now got loose bullet ants in his garage.
Can you just hold the stream just while I pop to the toilet?
Can I hold it like this?
Yeah.
Okay, pass me the computer then. I'll hold it.
All right, back in literally 2 seconds.
He's going for a poo.
I'm going for a wee.
He's not gone yet. Damn. That's what I say when you actually went.
Oh, Scott's always going for a poo. What was you saying, Ryan, before Scott spoke? Sorry.
No, basically that PJ ended up, his bullet ants ended up escaping, and I think it was karma because he kept joking with me, saying he was going to send me loose bullet ants in a bag in the post. So as I opened them, they would just jump out and sting me, and then all of a sudden they escaped in his garage. So it was good, to be fair. Oh, there we are.
We were talking about the snake when it went off.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No. I was just saying that it'd be good to have a corn snake then, or something like that. I'm assuming that it's kind of like a temperate forest type of bioactive build. So, not something too humid, but basically just like a forest.
Yeah.
And if so, then that's fairly easy. I mean, it's easy enough to build. But
did you ever thought about hognose?
Sorry?
Did you ever thought about hognose?
Hognose, no.
Because they tunnel and dig as well.
Ah, right. Wait, so I thought those are the ones that were quite poisonous. Am I getting it wrong?
No, they're rear fang venomous, but it's not like strong venom.
Ah, okay. So like it wouldn't really kill you.
No, I mean boys are smaller than girls for sure. Mine is only about a foot long. It's a little boy, but the girls can get a bit bigger. But they're so fun to watch because sometimes they're on top, sometimes they're down, they go all the way up and they come all the way down. But the way they behave is different from a corn snake, and they're so active and they're very inquisitive, but they literally look like a giant worm.
Ah, that's so cool.
They are cool. I think fiber. You can add water and get it a bit moist, or you can let it dry out, and they're usually pretty good either way.
I'm going to I just googled them there, and they look so cool, so cool.
But don't tell Scott that you're looking at a hoggy because he'll get jealous. He wants one.
Do they stay around that size then?
Pardon?
I am in no rush for a hoggy at the moment. But I will get one. Eventually.
Is
Hey, cracks.
Fantasy Geckos.
Pardon?
Is Fantasy Geckos still here?
Thomas, I think so.
I think you wanted to see the dart frog one I built. 1.6% here. Tell you what, I'm going to put this on just while we're chatting, and then okay, just quickly drop it here a sec. Go back to it.
Oh, such a pretty aquarium. Isn't anti-cracks?
Cracks had a live stream on Monday on Twitch. That was pretty cool.
I didn't stay too much because I had to do work, but yeah, it was good.
Sorry, I had to open that door because the animal room just gets like, obviously, as you can imagine, so I was sat like 26. So I'm sat here with a hoodie on.
This room's the same. This room's the same. I get 28 up the top. This area is about 26, and then 25, 24 at the bottom.
I'm on 27.
Really? Bloody hell.
Leah, you in the bath or are you playing Fortnite?
She's in the bath. She's flicking her bean.
It's almost 9.
It's almost 9 o'clock. Yeah, so people that's new to the channel, come 9 o'clock, there is adult conversation, and there is swear words and all the rest of it. So if you've got children or anybody in the room that you don't wish to hear the odd swear word or adult conversation, this is your couple of minute warning. The comments can be a little bit sweary sometimes. Now, guys, you've seen the face. What's the opening bid? Says PJ.
I don't want to be sat on by a dog.
Not right now, Layla.
Hopefully more than £2.69, PJ. Hopefully.
So
explode with swearing. Yeah.
I've seen and been on a lot of your live streams because you're doing 24/7 bioactive. I think you were the first to do the multi-species lives in the ant community as well. Kind of trailblazing. What's the next project or turning point for your channel? Because it's starting to explode. It is starting to explode. Like we all said it would.
So the next thing for me, to be honest, is my how-to terrarium episodes. They're not going to be just terrariums. It's going to be general builds as well, like for my crescent gecko. But next month, or end of this month, early next month, I'm going to be building my crescent gecko setup. So I've got all the materials ready, apart from the amount of cork I need to get it right. So that's definitely the next one. And then a bioactive build for a leopard gecko. But there's a few other things I've got planned for the channel, but mainly for now, it's going to be all about the how-to terrarium. So the first episode was on Wednesday last week, and I've got one uploaded for tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, that's generally how I'm going to do it. I'm probably going to do about 50 episodes in the series. So this whole year, I'll be running how-to terrarium episodes every single Wednesday. I'll be doing like some ASMR. Some ones where I don't talk at all. Probably like every 10 episodes I'll probably maybe talk a little bit about what I'm doing, but generally I'll just be playing music, me showing you exactly what I'm doing, and doing it that way, really, because I find it's a lot of people don't really want to listen or watch a really long video. People just want to have like a 4 to 8 minute video, watch it, and then be like, right, okay, I can now try that myself. I found that the shorter videos normally do a little bit better as opposed to like the longer ones, because I used to.
It's with TikTok and YouTube Shorts and now Reels on Instagram. It's kind of the way things are going. Is those short videos?
Yeah.
TikTok are probably getting it right with their 3 minutes that they do now. Mm-hmm. So you can kind of see, how people's attention spans have changed.
Yeah, Yeah, no, you're definitely right. Because I think for someone like me, if I start watching a video, I don't know why, but I just watch it all the way through every single time. It's just because I don't want to miss anything or any information on what I'm watching. But now I tend to find that, if it's not got all these flashy lights and, people doing crazy stuff, people will just like skip forward to like, for example, you could have a how to build this and they'll be like, okay, what materials is he using? Okay, let's skip to the end. Whereas for me, I'm like, well, how did he do that? How did he get that part to that area? And how did he get it to flow, like this or whatever, I watch, I like to try and watch it in detail so I can actually learn from it. Whereas I know now it isn't, like you say, it's more like, these 15-minute or 15-second shorts, where it's like, where people are like, hey, here's an intro, watch what I'm doing, whoa, and then it's the end. And you're like, well, that wasn't really anything. I just feel like there's not enough information you can actually get in about bioactive or anything like that within 15 seconds. So if I'm doing shorts, it's just like, I guess like a general, here's a millipede eating some cucumber, which is fine, but
you'd be surprised. You'd be really surprised. I did a king snake striking about 7 seconds, 50,000 views on YouTube as a short.
Oh really? Oh wow!
I was just like, what? How?
That's
but it's the land of the unknown almost, because they say use this hashtag, that hashtag. What I've noticed is if you can gain a lot of followers, then the platforms then really start to push you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you don't, then those hashtags that you use could be identical to one of the bigger channels. It just doesn't seem to get that same momentum, does it?
No, you're absolutely right. And I think as well, I mean, I've posted videos before, not just on TikTok, but like YouTube, where I've put in hashtags or on TikTok, and then I haven't put in hashtags. And sometimes the ones without hashtags have done better than the ones with hashtags. And I'm like, so do I use them? Do I not use them? I think it's a bit of a minefield, to be honest, for me. And I mean, I'm not great with TikTok. I don't use it because I feel like someone from my age, I should be a lot better, but I'm not. I'm crap
I have a laugh with it. I
with anything. Yeah.
I've done some. See, some of the stuff that I've put on TikTok where I filmed up close took me a long time to set up and get right, just for 7 seconds or 10 seconds, and you're looking at a good hour and a half, and it's like I don't do too many of those just purely because of time.
Yeah.
But I do a lot of like jokes on TikTok, and there is a lot of spider content, but just a bit jokey, over 18s, I'd say,
Yeah, no, I've seen them, to be fair. They are good. You've just hit 2K as well. I saw that the other day.
Just 2,000 followers on TikTok. Nice. It's good. Some of the comments can be, some people, because they get, if they get shown to not necessarily everybody that wants to see it. So some people can be really negative about ants, spiders, and all sorts. So I just delete and block the comments, and then that's it. There's not normally a lot, to be fair.
Yeah, I think on one of mine, I posted like a millipede. So yeah, on one of mine, it was like I posted millipede, and someone put like this proper harsh comment, like, "How could you ever keep someone like this? You're a horrible human." And I was like, "Whoa!" It's like, "Whoa!" It's just a millipede, man. Just chill. But yeah, it was like people really, and I think it was Ants England. I'm not too sure, but she posted a video of like one of the ants basically tearing, where it's like a dead roach. It was tearing like a lump of flesh out of the roach, and everyone was like, "Oh," and it's like, well, it's, I guess, it does push it to, I think, a lot of the time, the wrong people. Someone probably putting like, I don't know, probably putting a random pet video, and then they're like, "Oh, well, he is a tarantula."
It's always the same. If there's something fluffy with big eyes, that's the one that's going to get the views. Or if somebody's like semi-naked, that's another one that's going to get the views. I think TikTok is.
That's what I need to do, maybe.
Yeah, you have to be careful. I mean, Layla wants TikTok, and she's 12, and me and Mum keep saying no because you don't know what the next video is going to be.
No, you don't. You're absolutely right.
And some of it is quite like, how do you get away with posting? Some of the videos that I've seen, I've been like downright racist or sexist, like real bad, and I'm thinking, how have you got away with it? Because if you even thought about doing something like that on YouTube, you get banned, as you should, straight away. But on TikTok, it seems a bit more flexible. And I don't know if we want to expose Layla to that just yet, because, like I said, she's only 12.
No, my nephew, he was wanting TikTok, and I think my sister avoided that completely.
Hey, Steve.
It's like a similar thing. I think there was like videos going around where they were trying to get like people to submit these weird videos and stuff, and basically it was like, long story short, it was bad. But yeah, I think with YouTube as well, it was even today I was looking at the terms of service, because I sent an image to Ants England. It was basically me chopping up loads of different fruit and veg, putting in the multi-species tank to see what they would prefer. And on one of them, I'm like spinning a knife and catching it. Then I'm like, oh, spin it twice. And Shady was like, you'll get banned. And I was like, really? And then it was like anything, to do with showing that something that's dangerous, the video will get removed. So I was like, but TikTok's completely different.
Somebody mentioned in the comments about doing something to your AntsCon, and you can't actually say that on YouTube because you'll get banned for that. I'll have to PM you the wording, like.
Yeah. It's just.
Anyway, let's get back to your tanks.
Yeah. So I'll show the I'll just move my stuff out of the way. I'll show my dart frog one. So I'll move my chair. The old man chair. Wait, let me just move the camera first. Right, okay. So the next one is my dart frog cell. Open that up. Okay. There we go. Right. When it flips up, can you see it?
No, it's still darkness.
Yeah, it's like spinning on mine. Is it my signal or something?
Can still hear you completely fine.
Yeah. What was that?
See you later, Hive. Take care.
See you later, Hive. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this was my river creek. So it has like a mini water area for the frogs or the tads. To be fair, this one kind of grew a little bit out of control in terms of the moss. I need to cut all these back. But anyway, this is my river creek build. So this was just a 2 foot by 45 by 45. I had an extra plant the other day. Forgot the name of these. What were they called? Begins with a P, I think. But they've got some white Vitonias. These ones were pothos, obviously Opala palms. Again, I forgot the names of these ones. I'll be able to remember them.
Fantasy Geckos a message because he would be absolutely outstanding. He would be mesmerised. Sorry, at this setup.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. But yeah, it's this is it. So my gravity is going right up. I got it as like a little cutting down here. That's now climbing right up the top here. So this has been running for about 2.5, 3 months now, this one. As you can see, like all the moss is starting to get bedded around this little log I used. But it's going nice. The only thing that's suffering really is this parlor palm a little bit. And that's mainly down to, I'm not too sure. It's getting little brown bits on it. So it's normally some like calcium or magnesium or something. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, so the moss is growing nicely on this. I'm going to
send Fantasy Geckos a message.
Okay, cool. But this is for my Vitatis. To build another one, maybe it's not as big as this, for my Anthony, the tricolours. So I've got some tricolours coming in there. And
there we go, message sent. I love this one, says Rebecca. Everybody, Ants England also said loves this one.
I love this one. Ah, thank you. Cheers, sis.
How did you have you done a setup build video on this one?
Yeah, so I did do a how to.
I
think it's called something like how to make a river creek or something. Ryan, you have Poundland internet going on. The thing is, I pay for good internet. I pay for Virgin's, the 500 meg. And the annoying thing is, my front room's literally next door. Anyway, yeah. So this is the River Creek one. So it took me a few goes, and you see on the video how I made mistakes and what mistakes I made. But it took me 2 goes getting this right. So that was it was a waste of 2 days, we'll say. So it took me in total 5 days because I wasted 2 days of those valuable days. I've got some watermelon begonias in there as well. I don't know if you can see them. But yeah, so I do like this tank. I think the moss here suffered a little bit, more so right near where the gaps in the thing is. And there's imperfections. Yeah. I mean, I didn't even here. I didn't scrape these bits off. I just left it. So I thought, well, hopefully the moss will grow. But that one
would be didn't. I would be so tempted to put a load of morning geckos in there.
Yeah, that's the thing. I love morning geckos. I really do. Yeah.
I've got
four
laying females. A juvie. I think we've got rid of about 5 babies, and we've still got another 5 babies in another tank that are growing up pretty well. Yeah.
So I've got some of that multi-species, but they're I haven't seen any babies. I've seen mushy, the main one.
Leah says green tree frogs, or the mossy frogs might be called in there.
Oh, that'd be so cool. And they mega expensive.
The mossy frogs, they can be, yeah. The green tree frogs, that's one I want. Desperately. But I really need to complete some of the projects that I've got with the spiders before, I think. Or milk frogs. Yeah. Tara wants milk frogs.
Does she?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, the professors are saying milk frogs. Green trees are only 10 to 25 each. Oh, okay.
As babies, yeah. I'd want about 4 adults. And a setup like Ryan is showing right now. How difficult is that a full-on waterfall in there as well? As Ryan froze.
Is it what, sorry?
Is that a full-on waterfall you've got going
sorry,
on?
mate. It's my Poundland connection. It's
how easy or difficult is that to set up? And then what about cleaning? How do you clean it? How do you get to your filter in there?
So the filter itself, that's the only flaw with this one, is I made it in a way that nothing would be able to get into the filter, or at least in my mind it wouldn't be able to. Now the flow hasn't slowed down since I made it, so that's always a good sign. But in terms of maintaining the filter, I got something that was overboard, so if it did start to slow down slightly, it wouldn't really make a difference to the flow in the water. But it is gridded in. So if you go, I know you can't see it there, but this goes, I will stick my hand into the random dark hole, but you can see it goes right to the back. And yeah, you can see it goes right back here as well. But that's where, so the tubing, it's up here. It comes down, the wire and the tubing, and then it goes underneath like a platform. The platform's covered in sponges around here, in certain like pond liner and things that created the height, or hill, I guess, the slope. And then I've got 2 tubings going one that way, and then one that goes here on a T-bar, which slowly trickles water down either side as well, but very, very slowly. The main flow is down here, and then the very slow trickle this side and that side, which just run down enough to keep the moss green.
Are they both the slow trickles? Are they working off that same pump?
Yeah, same pump. So I just stuck 2 a T-bar from underneath. So this pump was even though it's a small tank, I think that was like a 1,500 litre per hour power head. So it was like way more than enough. So I had one going upwards to the top, just behind this log. Then there's a T-bar. Then the
How did you reduce
just
the flow on the power head to get it to what it is?
So this one here, to be fair, I didn't have to. So the main, I had it full. This one, or the main river, I didn't slow down. But then the one that goes up here has 2 airline tubes attached, which just go along. And you can't see them now because I buried them within the silicone and covered them in cocoa too. But I just made smaller holes. Enough. I tested it, let it run, started running, and then that was it. As long as I was happy with like the trickle, I just left it. And to be honest, some of it will slow down. I mean, some moss will probably start to creep inside the little holes I made in the airlines. But ultimately, for me, as long as it was set and things will slow down, it's fine. It's mainly keeping humidity in. So I put all these lids on top for now. You can see. I put just lids to hold it all in, and then even like the moss and random stuff's coming out the top end. You can see it there. I don't know if you can see it if it's with my pound connection. You see the moss coming out.
See you later, Chris. See you again a bit later on in the stream there, fella. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Couldn't you swap the mesh out for perspex with holes?
The what, sorry?
For a perspex lid.
I could, yeah. And to be fair, that if I was going to put some like morning geckos in, that would definitely work better, because then I don't have to worry about those stupid holes you have at the back that are like not escape proof at all.
Yeah, I glue gun mine all up. Literally,
Yeah,
I've got an Exoterra, same size as your one there, with the morning gecko colony in. I literally those holes are just glue gunned up. I'll tell you why, because I don't think we'd had the morning geckos that long. They laid a couple of eggs. Those babies had mature into kind of, I'd say, small juvies. And Tara went in the bath, and there was actually one got in the bath with her. So I was like, "What's going on here?" And it was there was openings at the back, because you only need to tap them and they open.
That's actually class. Yeah, see, I just took sellotape over mine. I didn't really know what to do. I'd seen someone put like foam over it, and I was thinking, well, how can I slide that little bar across when it's got like the power cord coming out? I was like, how can I do that? But no, that makes sense with hot glue. I should probably have just done that.
Oh, nice, Pete. Pete's got 9 tarantulas coming tomorrow. That's nice. Awesome. Very nice.
Silicon glass and stainless mesh on top of my exotiles. Okay. So you basically like customize the lid. That's a good idea. Did Fantasy Geckos end up even seeing this? Or did he?
I know he does quite a bit at night time with his parents, so that could be the issue.
Oh no, it's all good. I mean, I didn't know.
Oh, nice, Pete. I think is it 5 mil, the thickness that you need in perspex. I can't remember. But a vernier, if you can get a vernier and just put it on the edge, that should be able to tell you. Do you know where the clips come across? So if you go from the ledge to the bottom of that clips, then if it's like 4 or 5 mil, you can just literally just go and
place it straight on top.
Go place an order for that thickness.
Yeah,
that size. Nice. Yeah,
that's a really good idea, mate. Because I was wanting to do one like this, but for basically ant colony called Polyrachus divers, which are more like arboreal, and you would need
an arboreal ant setup.
Yeah, and my main concern
now you've got
was
me you've got me really interested.
Yeah, so you can have things like leaf cutters or Polyrachus divers. So they use the silk from the cocoons of the babies to form nests within. For example, if they were in here, they would go down and pick like these bits of moss up or whatever debris, take it up, and then they would like silk it inside this log or something. It's super cool. But are
they expensive to get hold of?
No, they're like £15.
do you need a setup like that you've got there with the running water to keep the humidity up for them?
No. You could do it like, like my other one, this one here. You could literally have it in something like this, which is just here, like a small. As long as it's taller than it is longer, then you're fine. Something like this, but you don't have to have it this big, really. If you don't want, you could do like a 60 by 30 by 30. That'd be fine. But when they hit like 5,000 workers, you might have to think about how you're going to move them. But for a couple of years, you'll be fine. Yeah.
That is awesome. It's growing in really, really well for 2.5 months.
Yeah, it's actually going really well. These are obviously the same plant. I've just took cuttings off and just replanted them about. And certain things, obviously, these have just climbed nicely. The moss is going nice. On this log, I only had a bit here. And obviously, it's gone right down up to here now. I want it to go right to the end because that would look really cool. I'm hoping it does that soon. But yeah, the only one that suffered really was this one right at the very front on the right. These, I think it's because I go through them little gaps, little gaps in the. I think that's why, I don't know. But we'll see. I think I also used the wrong moss type, to be honest. I should have used brachythechium. Brachythechium, yeah, that's the one. Instead of like a common pointed feather moss or something.
Yeah. I've noticed the feather mosses don't do great in spider bioactives. I have an issue trying to keep them alive. So I kind of, the way I found that seems to keep that type alive is baby milk with water. So do you know when you spray? Yeah, just the tiniest amount of powdered baby milk in with the water helps to feed them and to keep them going.
Oh wow, that's crazy! I did not know
that. I found that out by literally just reading growing moss and checking out videos and looking a bit more like deeply into how to keep it. You've disappeared again, Ryan.
Yeah, sorry, I flipped my camera back because my iPad was dying, so I quickly shut it back on charge.
I think
it'll probably flip back to me in a second, hopefully.
No worries.
Oh, wait, okay.
Can we have a quick look at the other tank that you literally just showed us, and then can we get a bit geeky with the lichen that you get growing?
The what? Sorry.
With the lichen that you've been growing.
Oh, my twigs.
Because this is just awesome. How you can get it growing is so phenomenal.
I'll show you there one sec.
I've got lichen in my tanks and my bioactives, but they're all from the woods. Literally, where I found a twig with lichen growing on it and brought it home, basically. But Ryan's actually sort of getting the twig and getting lichen to grow on it without having it there in the first place.
Yeah. So to be fair, that baby powder thing, it's why I was more shocked because I used milk to get it to grow on it. I literally just place a few drops of milk on the twig every week or so, and that's how it grows. Anyway, I'll show this one when it finally loads. Obviously, again, my pounding connection. Right. Come on, stop spinning for me. There we go. Right. Okay, so this is my multi-species one, which is it's got geckos, morning geckos, green golden bell frog. I've called him Alfred. He's up there. You can see
the morning geckos, are they laying eggs with the frog in there?
Yeah. There's one's hatched actually recently, and I've got another one there. You can see it kind of filling. It's like half. I don't know if you can see the coloration on it on this connection, and then you've got so the pond area is mainly for the frog, but it wasn't really built for the frog. It was just so they had a drink. So they didn't have to worry about water.
Oh, I missed that. Happy Ants just put a £4.49 super sticker on the chat.
Hey,
keep it up. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that a lot. My comments had just been delayed for a couple of seconds. I've literally just gone flooded up. With that pond in there, have you got that filtered or do you drain it, refill it?
I used to have it filtered. I used to have, it was built up into a second chamber. So I used to have the water going in at the top, and it used to come down into like a little waterfall. The waterfall ended up getting broke by the ants. The tube through it. So it started to seep into the soil. I was like, right. So I then had to put the filter just in the bottom water area. That ended up pumping it fine. Then the pump broke, and it's been made for like a year. So in the end, I was like, well, it's been running for a year. I don't really think it needs a filter now. It's built up enough bioactivity and biome that it can probably keep itself going.
No, Rebecca.
And it has. So you can see some of the ants use like little bridges across it in there as well to take out excess nutrients, or if the ants fall in, they can climb out still. But I've got so I changed this recently, added these logs in, but then I've got like my little fruit salad bowl there, my little tester to see what they're like. Stick insects in here too.
Just going back to the dart frog tank. Russell RS Design 90 would like to know what size of the Exoterra is.
It's a 60 high by 45 by 45. Yeah, and then you can see those little baby stick insects as well. So there's one.
That
is everywhere. These
awesome, Leah. By the time you had some good news.
Trying to see.
So if I wanted to build
so I've got
a little setup like that, Ryan. Are you going to help me? Your Poundland internet is playing up again. Poundland internet. Can you still hear us, Ryan? He's literally lagging. Yeah, he's frozen up completely. Open the door, Ryan, says Callum. He's going to break up, Scott. That's what he's going to do. I'm really chuffed about that news, Leah. That is awesome, awesome news. Ryan, if you can still hear us, back out and jump back in again. And fingers crossed, we will have him back. In the meantime, here is the awesome Ellie's Bug Babies playing around on a phone. When he lags, he opens up the door to let in the internet. Oh my God. Hopefully he will rejoin in just a second, and we can get back at checking out that awesome tank. Hive, if you're still in the chat, you can drop the odd tarantula question in now if you want to do that.
God damn my network connection.
Hey Dale. Is that phone there? Is that the live stream that you're doing currently, 24/7?
Yeah. So I just leave this plugged in constantly. This goes mental at night time when the lights go off, as you can imagine. This just gets absolutely riddled with isopods and ants. I don't know why they don't like the fruit so much. Maybe they're not very healthy. But I mean, the carrots and cucumbers get eaten by mainly the isopods. But sorry, mate, you were saying.
Is that a fish tank?
Fish tank.
Yeah, the enclosure that we're looking at now, is it originally for fish or?
No, it was always for ants. It was literally just for the Rugonotis, literally just for those. I bought it off Amazon or something. It was like a super cheap tank. But yeah, it was just for them, and I built like this little like mesh magnetic lid thing so they can't escape.
Hey, Amber and Michael. Cheers, dude.
It has like
Ryan's tanks or somewhere else.
A mesh cover thing. This is magnetic, and I have a fan just going to the mesh. So it keeps it all like nicely vented. But yeah.
Michael says, "Don't the ants eat the isopods?" Obviously, you've got the frog in there as well. The geckos, morning geckos, are in there. So
Yeah, we've got stick insects, about 7 different isopod species, like armadillidiums. We've got bumblebee millipedes. Yeah, quite a few things anyway that I've added in here just to see how it all gets on. I think that's what like the beauty of it was. The beauty of it was. So.
Have you seen the morning geckos munch the odd isopod or stick insect, or have you seen the frog? Is it literally still turning over really well? Like,
yeah, like I think the time I've seen a stick insect die is when I went over to look at the frog, and he jumped from one end to the other, but landed straight on top of the stick insect, like absolutely squashed it to smithereens. And I was like, oh, but it was all because I startled it. It jumped off and squashed one of the little juvies, like one of these little babies here. I don't know if you can even see him. You see him?
Yeah.
So yeah, and it just landed directly onto one of them and just killed it straight up.
And then with the stick insects, do you have to put other plants in there? Excuse me, or are they literally eating the plants that are in there completely fine? And
because it grows. Yeah, because there's a lot of plants, I just let them eat the plants. It actually helps me with maintenance a little bit as well, because as you can imagine, something like this it gets quite tedious to trim it, because every few days I probably have to trim it. Because as soon as something like this touches that lid is completely useless, and I'm just asking, these fire ants to escape and sting me in my sleep. Yeah, so. But yeah, it's I just let them just eat the plants, whatever they want to do with the tank, they can eat them, and I don't really worry about it, to be honest. Yeah, but they help with some maintenance. Lithobiomorpha. Oh, what's that? I haven't heard of that.
I haven't. D is from New Mexico, so it might be something that he's got over there. Yeah, you killed the stick insect there. Ants will give the isopods a nip to get them out of the way. Says how. Yeah, like I said, though, with mine, the isopods have taken over just purely because anything that you put in for the ants to feed on, the isopods seem to get there and munch it off before they even get a chance.
Yeah. So what I did is a kind of like precautionary thing. Do you know how you'll get those like slings inside? I'm trying to think of the name of them. What like the little tiny little like cup, they're called but thin. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Oh. Hello.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah. So what I did to get around the isopods taking over everything was I used do you know the those things you get the slings in, which is just like the little tiny
the sling pot.
Yeah. If you get one of them and stand it in the tank, but the other way around, and then put the food on top of it, the ants can climb it. Yeah, like one of them, but take the lid off, flip it over, and then put the food on top. The isopods can't climb it, but the ants can.
Yeah, Ants England just said shot glass upside down. Brian's got ants in the internet connection. I think Ryan has frozen up. I think what he needs is the wire to go from the router straight to his pad. No doubt he'll come back in a couple of seconds, so just bear with. When he does come back, you can take the mickey out of his internet as much as you can in the comments. That'll be pretty cool. What I do, I've got mine hardwired in instead of, because my router is not the best.
We're back.
You are back. I was just saying, I've got, that's my lead that goes into the laptop and then straight over to the Wi-Fi in the other room. So that plugs straight into the Wi-Fi.
Ellie.
They always advertise it as being absolutely amazing and all the rest of it. Haley. And then when you actually get it, the internet's always crap in it. You think, hold on.
Yeah, like I say, it's weird because I pay for a good Wi-Fi. I mean, I pay for it. I don't, but I don't know why. It's always been really dodgy though since I moved in. It never connected to my laptop. I had to plug my laptop in by Ethernet. Guy came out and literally couldn't diagnose it. He was like, I don't know why it's faulty, but he said it's something to do with gateway. It's like very unstable, and I don't know why. I'm now on my phones, like I'm doing a hotspot on my phone, and that's better than my Wi-Fi. So it's pretty brutal, to be honest.
Happy I did freeze that time because I unplugged the wire by accident.
I was going to say, as you were saying, oh, well, I do this.
Borrow internet, Matthew said. Get fibre to the house and then Ethernet through gigabit. There was I can't remember what it was, but the wires on Amazon to connect, they come in like, I think there's T4, T5, T6. I just got the fastest one, which was T10. Oh, Fantasy Gecko says, "What have I missed? I was revising German." Thomas, you've missed so much, so much. You missed the Dark Frog setup. You've missed the multi-species tank.
Wait. I'm sweating in this room, so I don't even apologise for ant patches at all.
It's the ants interfering with the Wi-Fi. I know. The ants, they are taking over.
I do blame the ants. Right, so let me flip this. Okay. Hey, right. So it's not this one. This is just where the camera's rested. Oh, if you're curious, this is my Chromatogaster arid style build for them, predominantly air plants. And wood, the nested wood, so I put a big, massive piece of wood in there. Anyway, so this is just for
there
fancy.
You go, Thomas.
Yeah. Oh, Tom, sorry. This is for you, Tom. But this is it's a signal. I'm scared about my signal now because it's been so bad.
Yeah, I thought so. Thomas literally is gone. That is amazing.
Yeah,
Thomas,
thank you.
Thomas, as you know, for anybody that don't know, Fantasy Geckos is literally, I think is he 15 or 16? When it comes to bioactive, he knows his stuff. Also knows the Latin name for majority of the plants out there as well, really well. There you go. Is that for the Vitatus?
16. Yes, yeah. I do have some Anthony coming as well. Anthony, I think I've said that right. The tricolours, but they're not going to go like this. Now, Scott's pulling my arm and making me think I need something different in here. So,
well, you said you put the darts in there. One passed away.
Yeah, I took them out.
You pretty much know that morning geckos are pretty much bulletproof and are bioactive.
Yeah, true.
That is a cool setup. So what's in the arid setup?
Chromatogaster. Oh, sorry, my face again. So Chromatogaster scutularis. So these are called Valentine ants, because the gasters are shaped like little mini hats. I don't know if you can see them there.
Oh wow! So do they not require humidity at all?
Hate any form of humidity. Like anything, if there's a little bit of humidity, they hate it. They like it very, very dry. Yeah, they're just like it very dry.
How do they build a nest in the sand?
No, they build it in the wood. They dig into wood. So they naturally nest in wood. So I don't know if you can see. Can I zoom that in? Just you'll probably see a little tiny. Do you see that little hole there?
Yeah.
Have I zoomed that in right? Yeah. So that's the hole I dug to get inside initially. And obviously, as you can imagine now, there's loads of those tiny little holes around the actual log piece. So they nest inside the wood. You can see the little bits of wood shavings they took out from inside. They just get mixed in with the soil now. But yeah, so they basically nest inside the wood, and that's how they live. Yeah, so it was just fairly dry air plants. I use those so I could just spray them from the top, and some of that will run down at the wood. But I only have to water this every like 2 weeks or something. I keep water in there constantly and some sugars. I just tip a feeder over, and that's it. Really, it's like one of the easiest tanks I've had. Proteins every week, and that's it. One of the easiest setups I've had.
So when you mean proteins, you mean like a dead cricket once a week? Keep that sugar
like
water in there.
Cricket. Yeah, that's it. So that's like a little. It's like nectar from Antics. He sells like nectar. I'll show you what I mean. So
are the colony, the species? Are they expensive or hard to get or?
No, they're super common. To be fair, this is the stuff. It's like sugar snaps. It's called. It's just like a mad color. And yeah, you just dilute it with water and then they drink that. So it's like the biformica stuff. It's pretty cool, like. But yeah, so these are actually a really common species, or super easy to keep, quite hardy. But all of these escaped in my house. Like they completely escaped. I put them in a natural nest that I won in like a scape off competition, and within overnight they dug out of the wood because I didn't realize that they would be able to chew through hardwood. But no, these ladies can chew through any form of wood in
Gecko
any space of time.
These are really cheap for ants and they grow faster, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like the idea of this setup. I really like the idea of doing one.
No, they are super easy, honestly. Just escape prevention, definitely like the most important thing with these ones because they can escape very easily. Because they're so small. They can climb glass. But if you use Fluon, I just use mineral oil. So food grade mineral oil, you can get like this much of it on Amazon for like £6. But I've started to use this now, and it's the best stuff I've used. And it's obviously organic and the best stuff, really.
So I use Vaseline around the top of the other one.
Yeah, Vaseline is fine, or olive oil.
I have found the odd ant literally once, maybe one a month. Manages to escape somehow, but those are very nice. Thomas says, I'm thinking about doing some form of terrarium for my clown isopods. I've got my Kluge.
Nice.
I moved the whole colony into a bioactive with my Vioseleps. Nice. She is currently out at the moment.
Are they doing well then?
The doing all right.
So I recently got where is it? Oh, sorry, yeah. So lichen twigs. So you can just keep these in tubs with lids, and you can probably see the milk on it. To be honest, they're like the white aftermath of the milk. But if you drop milk on the twigs, I don't know if you can see it. Trying to get it so you can see the exact. You see it there? It's white. So that's where.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Oh. Okay. So we're seeing the. Let's have a look at the clowns. That one's.
Look at the size of it.
Oh, it smells. Jeez, Louise.
That's what.
Wow. She's absolutely massive.
She's also had the male. And then there's another one of my bioactives that's got the tokay in it.
Oh, croton.
That has got the tokay gecko in there. And then come across there, that's the morning geckos. And if you look up the top left, you'll see
the eggs.
The eggs. The wire there, that's not there all the time. That is literally just for lights for when I do this.
So what's your feeding schedule for your morning gecko?
Well, look at her.
So your morning gecko, what do you tend to feed it? Sorry, is it like as well as like the rapashi food? Do you give it any fruit or anything else?
Yeah, Tyra likes to put grapes in there.
Okay.
I'm a bit of a strange one when it comes to water. I've just started to drink 1.5 liters a day. Ellie will tell you as well. I'm trying to detox my body a little bit.
Hello.
So, hello.
My signal's terrible.
We can hear you, but you've frozen up. Pete, you're getting your first GBB tomorrow. That's awesome. Can you still hear us, Ryan?
Yeah, sorry. Honestly,
Yeah?
mate, it's really frustrating. I feel like ringing my internet provider now and being like, "Look, I've just been on a live stream and it's not
working."
Yeah. I can't even go live.
Basically, in that morning gecko setup, there's mealworms that are up in a feeder that's stuck on the side of the glass.
Yeah.
So I'll keep them in there, and I'll use something like either Earth Pro A or the calcium. So I'll mix and match it. I never go, oh, I've used this one last time, I need to use the other one. It's whatever's closest, I'll just put on it. Literally, because that's kind of how they are in the wild. Once in a blue moon, like calci dust or a nutrient powder goes in. I've got the Repashy, I've got the crested. This is the same. So that one goes in there for them. But yeah, I'll put bits of fruit in there. I'll put the mealworms go in. Sometimes I'll put like the little crickets in there.
Yeah.
That's cool watching them feed and hunt those. But then I'll also put, once I've fed all my slings, I tend to have quite a few fruit flies left over. Hi, Mr. Creepy Crawlers. So I'll put the fruit flies in with the babies because the babies smash them off. What I normally do is get my fruit fly culture, pour a load into here, then I spin it so it kind of disorientates them, and then I'll pour it into there, and then I can put some into one tank, some into another tank. But what I do find is the adults will eat the fruit flies as well as. So I just try and match it up. The way I found them dropping those eggs is by spraying. If you spray the tank down once a week, they'll slow down completely. If you spray it daily, then they tend to lay more eggs.
Right, okay.
You'll hear them calling to each other. You'll see them a lot more active. They've got water dishes in there. Like all my tanks have got water dishes in, but they don't tend to, I've not really seen them drink from the water dish as such. What they will do is drink the water off the glass. They love to drink the water from the glass. The Tokay setup, he's always hiding at the back, but where that big flowered plant was, at the base of that, there's a water dish in there, which I find him going down to. So he will drink out of a water dish. The baby geckos, again, they've got a water dish in there. They've got one for the. I've got it here. We've got for Repashy as well.
Yeah, that's just some of the stuff I've got as well. Yeah, the one with the red label.
Again, livefoodsforyou.co.uk have got both of those on their website, and the Earth Pro A and the calcium and that discount code Scott's Inverts again.
Do you think the gecko food smells nice, or is it just me?
Fucking gorgeous!
It smells so good. It smells like smoothie, like banana smoothie or something. It smells so good.
What's that one?
I was tempted to like taste it, and I was like, "Nah, stop being weird, man. You can't just."
I have. It tastes. No, I have. It tastes fruity. It does taste fruity.
So nice. Yeah. I'm glad it's not just me.
I wonder, is Incredible Inverts and Other Animals still here, Phil? Night, Matthew. Yeah, because it was a conversation that I had with him. Because we use this, and we also use the powders.
Yeah.
And you make your like I'm going to say it, and they're going to go crazy. You make a moist paste. Phil's there, and I was chatting to Phil once, and
Moist.
we were on about these, and I was kind of like, once they dry out, all I was doing previously was getting that dried out food and put it in the bin. And it was Phil that said, don't do that. Feed it to your isopods.
Ah, okay.
So when you've got when you do like a little dish with this, if once it dries out, obviously the geckos can't eat it. You can't really put water back on it and expect them to lick secondhand food type of thing. But Phil was like, Phil is incredible inverts with animals, for anybody that don't know. Phil was like, no, don't do that. Get the dry stuff out and put it in with your isopods and they'll munch it. And
that's a really good idea.
Dairy cows here have gone absolutely ballistic by me putting that in. They've exploded. The colony has absolutely exploded.
Oh, wow, okay.
Plus, you're not throwing it away. And, and I don't like to throw something in the bin that can be reused.
No, definitely not.
That's
definitely
for sure. Not. If I have to put anything in the bin, it annoys me.
Yeah, me too. So I've got quite a few isopod species now as well. I'll only show very briefly on here. So we'll go back camera. Let's just hope my signal doesn't die or something there. So recently, I've got quite a few more.
Hey, Mark.
See all them tubs? So they're literally just in tubs at the moment.
Lee does the same thing.
Wow, so all them, and then kind of few down here as well. And then different types of mosses. They like Brachyphyllum and Catherine's moss, things like that. Oh, wait. Let me show you this. Okay, so wait.
Oh, nice, Mark.
This is my.
Thomas says he's going to have a go at making his own gecko food, and he's thinking about using a blender with a couple of mealworms, a couple of dubias, roaches, banana, a bit of mango, calcium, and bee pollen. They'd have to be dried out first, surely. Otherwise, you'd produce too much damp. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This one just went a little bit too crazy, I think, to be honest. Just went a bit wild. Plus, recently I dug the soil up in this corner, the left corner, you can probably see, because I was trying to find some babies to see if they'd bred. I saw them like mating, so I was like, that was about 2 weeks ago. I just left it since. Yeah, anyway.
That's cool.
Go back to where we are. Back here. Get this pig back and charge before it dies. So what did you get in your mystery box? Because I think when I saw you at the show, you had a mystery box in your hand, and as you were walking away from another store with 2 tubs, I think. So what did you end up getting?
So I had the Darlingi and a Hummer cervical pokey.
Yeah.
Phil says he does similar, can put in trays and freeze them. That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
I bought a advanced box for 20 quid, I think it was, from Creatures from the North. And because Rod had a mature male off me, he was like, "Oh, how much you want? What do you want?" I went, "Nothing, mate." I said, "Just want it to, get its thing on." Quite happy. And he gave me a £30 CITES box. I bought a £30 mystery box from the Spider Shop. That box did not let me down at all. That was awesome. Awesome.
Was it like awesome because of the breed or like the value of it?
Just, you see, if you want the rare spiders, Creatures from the North all day long on their mystery boxes, they are phenomenal. But if you want variation, i.e. other inverts as well as the Spider Shop, but value-wise, Spider Shop smashed it. The last one, I had 3 slings and a GBB from, and the green bottle blue was probably about 2 inches across, which was on their website for £38 each. So I paid 30 quid for one of those and 3 slings. But the full video's out this Thursday because we bought the Mantis Den top 3.
Right, okay.
Mantises, which was the Coronatus, the Wallenbergie, and the Paradoxia. Oh shit! Can you see the 2 little legs coming out the top of that? No, you're not going to see it, are you? But that's my Metallica.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
Just reading the chat. Yeah, so the videos for that are going to come out on Thursday. But they are pretty epic boxes. The lady from the spider shop was very much like, she kind of pre-warned me about a certain invert in the box. Mark, I'm not moisty off, so I've got to put him back together again. Well, I put him back on the shield, and I need to reattach him solid. So she said, look, there's something in here, and it's this. And I was like, thank you very much for telling me, but I really like those anyway, so I'm all good. Cheers for popping in, Happy. Thank you so much for those donations, mate. It really, really does make a difference.
See you later, Carl. Good to see you, mate.
But yeah, I was just really impressed with all the boxes, to be honest. Like I said, didn't take a lot of money, so I couldn't get like big value boxes. But the ones that we bought were fucking really good. Yeah. Really, really good value for money.
I really wanted to buy a mystery box of spiders, but I wasn't allowed. I wasn't allowed. It's just like no.
Just don't ask.
I know. I should have just got it and then got divorced later. Right?
I mean, I always, I'll say stuff like, Tara says I can't go, stuff like this. But she is I'm so lucky. It's unreal. My other half literally will whinge every now and again, but just lets me get on with, as many spiders and shows and stuff like that as I want to do.
Yeah. No, to be fair, I'm lucky with Jo as well because she's similar. I mean, when you ask someone, by the way, do you mind if I keep some European fire ants, a colony of 600 to however many thousand they're going to be? Do you mind if I keep that in the house? It's always something that, I mean, a lot of other people would probably just hands down be like, no, that's a silly idea.
To be honest, I think she just said yes purely because she knows I did. Over the last 2 weeks, I did a lot of overtime, stuff like that. And then obviously there's sending Layla off to mixed martial arts as well as and stuff like that. So
it's really good.
I think she just knew that I needed a day just to go and chill. And she hadn't been out with her friends for probably about 2 years, and they wanted to go out as well the Saturday night. And she was like, "Oh, I'm not going to go." And I said to her, "I said, look, I'm going to a spider show. You go out, have a few drinks, relax, because Leo with his autism can be quite stressful. We love him to bits, wouldn't change him for the world, but it can be difficult. Yeah. And she does, 70% of his care is down to her. I said, look, you just go out, go and enjoy yourself. All the rest of it, job done. So literally I had to force her, and she went out of the bath, got ready, and then she was umming and ahhing. And then I was like, look, don't get on the bus, I'll drop you off. So I did. And then I think she rang probably about 3 in the morning, I think it was. And when I picked her up, and she just about got in, she just about managed to get in the van. Just about managed to get out of the van, but she was well happy. And she needs it. She needs it. It's a shame. It's a shame Ellie and Leah don't live closer, I'll tell you, because they'd be like, look, just fuck off out. Go get pissed.
No. I
think she'd enjoy it a lot more. Because there was only 3 of them. One of them is a friend, and then the other one's just like a tag along. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but either way,
she's close to Tara's other friend, not Tara.
Yeah.
Whereas if Ellie and Leah were there, it'd be like two close friends with her, and they'd have smashed it out. So the blue hearts in the comments are all for the autism awareness. Because anybody that's in the chat that's new, our 3-year-old ASD, ADD, and God knows what other labels they want to stick on him. And a lot of the subscribers are also is affected by autism. Is that the right statement? Or I suppose it's the only way you can put it, can't you?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's only
yeah, or Netflix and chill, couple of glasses. I think she probably would have preferred that, to be fair. So I will always bang on about autism because it's just making it normal. Expect to see children at shows with autism. Expect to see them out and about, and that's it.
Yeah. No, it's great, man. What you're doing. I think it's also good.
It's normal, mate. It's normal.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Like,
sorry, man.
Like I said, it's Tara that does like a good 70% of Leo's care and attention because I'm at work, and then and half the week I'm doing YouTube and trying to get that to go a bit more, and doing the lives and stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, if YouTube kicks off as well as I'd like it to, that would mean I would give up work and do more. Do you know what I mean? Because I wouldn't be at work so much.
Yeah. I always say that to Joe. I'd love to be able to do something like this for my career. Not only that, it's just mainly because I'd be at home being able to do what I love doing, but I'd actually get to see my family more, which, I finish work late. Well, I work 6 days a week, so finish at like 6 o'clock. I come home, and then like today, as I got in, she was getting put to bed. I was like, right, well, good night. I'll see you in the morning for half an hour before I go back to work. It's pretty brutal.
There's been a couple of days where I've come back and it's been 8:30, 9 o'clock, and Leo's in bed, and Noah's still awake, but then I've left at like 6:30 or 7 in the morning, so I haven't seen him, and I did it for 2 days, and when I come back and obviously he hadn't seen me for 2 days, I opened the front door, come in, and he literally just ran at me and just went boom like this. I was just like, cute. It's like signs. Those signs of affection are just like few and far between at the best of times.
Yeah, that's it. Because Joe will be like, "Oh, the baby's been really awkward today. She's teething, blah blah blah." But then I come home and I'll just be like, "Hey, gorgeous," and she'll just look biggest smile in the world, and it's like there's no feeling that you can even describe that matches that feeling. There's nothing that matches that feeling. Nothing. Yeah,
it's calmed down. He's calmed down a bit more now because he's wearing his headphones a lot more. And what he likes to do is put those on, get his mum's phone so he can watch what he wants to watch, or his tablet, and then he likes to hide inside all the cushions. So he's locked himself away from the world, and that's that.
Yeah.
But it's good because Layla obviously has now got this. She's now going to Muay Thai sort of. I think it's 3 nights a week and jiu-jitsu twice a week. So Tara walks her up, walks her back. And if I'm at home, I can look after Leo because she'll take Noah. And he'll literally just go on the settee. And I'm like, okay, what do you want to watch? And sometimes he'll tell you, but it's his name for that program. It's not the actual program's name. So I'm like, what the fuck is he on about? So I'm like, Tara, he's just said, what's that? And she'll say, oh, it's on Netflix. It's this. Or I'll go on Netflix and I'll scroll across them all, and they'll be going, nah. And then I'll go, like this. And then it's like, oh, you want that one on? And then I'll go, nah. And then you think, oh, which one do you want on? So you have to scroll back to the one, and it can like, hey, Leah. Oh, hey, Scott's Animal Adventures. It can, like, on Monday's Prem, I was trying to find something for him to watch, and it was 6:45. I'm thinking, it looks like I'm going to miss the Prem. And it took me 15 minutes before I could find which program he wanted to watch. And he managed to chill out, watch that through my prem, and then he wanted a few cuddles and stuff like that. So
yeah, no, it's cute. It's cute that, but also really good. You're putting them in like Muay Thai and Taekwondo. It's MMA, mixed martial arts. So I did that for about 3 or 4 years. I ended up competing in MMA. I mean, it was only amateur, but anyway, I did that for about 3 or 4 years, and it helped me in terms of confidence because I was like such a nervous, shy kid, always picked on, probably because I looked 12-year-old. But like for me, that helped me kind of, I guess, be myself and not really care what people thought. So I honestly think for young people, it's the best thing you can do for them. Putting them in those, not only that, but they meet loads of new people. It's great. It really is. So
I did Muay Thai for, I think it was 9 years, and Jiu-Jitsu for 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Into club fights and stuff like that. But with Layla, she's been picked on through middle school. Okay, me and Tara did have it out with one of the dads, and as you do.
Of course.
Layla caught up with one of the boys' uncles and said, "Look, your nephew is picking on my daughter, and we're at the point now where we don't really know what to do and how far to take it." And the nephew said, "Leave it with his uncle." Sorry, said, "Leave it with me." And that boy has never even looked at Layla since. But it's happened again with the bully's brother now in secondary school. So I went into school and I seen her head a year, and I said, "Look, can we go into a side room, please?" And he said, "No, I'm quite happy to talk to you in reception." I says, "Okay." I went, "Fair enough." I says, "I work on building sites and all the rest of it. My language is very colourful." And I swore at him and I said, "What the fuck, mate?" I said, "Why is my daughter getting picked on in your school when all the reports show anti-bullying, the policies and all the rest of it?" I said, and in words of one of your teachers, she's been assaulted twice. I said, "What the fuck are you going to do about it?" I said to him, because it's in the middle of Ilfield, which is a really rough area, but the school's highly rated in the UK. And I said to him, "Mate, I spent 5 years out there." I said, "So you know where I'm coming from." I said, "If it happens again," I said, I've now passed the point of talking to people. I said, "I'll sit outside, I'll wait for the parents, I'll have a word with them. And if they don't understand, then I will go hell for leather." I said, "Whatever it takes." And he said, "Oh, I understand. I'd do exactly the same in your position as well." I started laughing. And I went to him. I said, "No, you fucking wouldn't, mate." I went, "No, you wouldn't." I said, "You'd run off." I went, "I can see it in you." I said, I ain't going to run off." I said, "I will fight tooth and nail for that girl. End of story." And Tara went in after that because it happened again. And she said something similar. I'm not quite sure what she said, but the boys got suspended. Well, they got isolation for a day and detention and stuff like that. But they still keep taking the mickey because she's got a slow eye, or whatever you want to call it. One eye comes off, but so does her mum's, and neither are interested in even having an operation to straighten them. They're quite happy. So they take the mickey out of that. She goes to school with a backpack with a skull on the back, and she likes goth stuff, and she gets taken the mickey out of for that. So, and I said to this teacher, I said, "Look, she's taller by a foot than anybody else in year 7. I went, if she swings, good luck to whoever it lands on."
Yeah, exactly.
I said to Tara, I went, "Do you know what?" I went, we'll send her mixed martial arts, and we have. And she's had 3 lessons now, and her confidence has just gone through the roof. And it's like, do you know what? She's that into it. It's insane. And Tara turned around to me. She went, "At least we know when she's 18 and she goes out drinking, if somebody tries something with her, she's going to end it pretty quick." And it's like, well, yeah, but she's also going to know how to talk herself out of the situation because they teach that side of it. I didn't want her to send her somewhere where they go, "Oh, it's Cobra Kai here. You attack first." I didn't want none of that. I
was about to say it's like Miyagi-Do. Yeah, no, I get it.
Scary Scott. Zach, mate, I've been involved in some nasty stuff in the past, mate.
Didn't do anything,
my history is very colourful. But yeah, I was just like, and Tara was like, well, what do we do? So I put a little thing out on Facebook, and one of my friends had commented about this martial arts club, and before I knew what was going on, Tara had phoned them up. So she's going there, and it's looking promising. It's looking like it's doing us some damn good.
Yeah, good.
But the flip side of that, it's like I said to him. I said, look, her previous school, she made that school look good, and he said she come with flying colours. But I said to him, look, she's going to do the same for your school. She went, and he said she is one of the best students I've ever taught. And he was going, she's really good at this. And I went, look, stop ass licking my daughter. Stop her getting picked on, because that's what I've come in here for.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, well, I was just telling you that, how proud we are. I said, I know. I live with her. I said, no, how good she is, mate. But I need to know that she is protected in your school bounds.
Yeah. No, definitely.
So we'll see. We'll see.
By the way, Ali, your
trust me, Zach. The old ways do pop up every now and again. Tell you.
Proper cute, that kitten. I just see it zipping across the sofa every now and then. It's so cute.
I mean, for there was days as well where she was saying, I've got a headache, I can't go to school. And we were like, what? She bums school off proper. She does homework and some. And we were like, this ain't right. This really ain't right. And then she weren't doing her hair, and she weren't interested in having a bath and stuff like that. And they've got this guy turning around to me telling how good she is in school. And I'm like, right, mate. Then why isn't she washing her hair? Why have you not noticed that she hasn't combed it and we can't get her to comb her hair? And, I says, if she's so good, why are you not looking at her proper and looking at her harder? But hopefully now it's all sorted. And it's like I said to Layla, I said, look, basically, if you lash out back at them, you've got me and your mum will come into school and make sure you don't get suspended or anything happens, because it is self-defense.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers, D. But it's not Pete. I'd do anything for him. Simple.
Yeah, definitely.
30, 40 years in prison, not a problem.
Like I said, there's not much. There's not much you can really explain in terms of how much love there is there. Like I was saying, it's just there's nothing you can even describe the love. There isn't.
It's she is destined for greatness, but it's like I said. I said, look, I says, what's gone on in food tech? And she was like, because she told me a little bit, but not much. But basically, another girl, instead of cooking the butter for 10 seconds, did it for a minute. So she told me, and she told the girl as well, you're not supposed to do it for a minute. You're only supposed to do it for 10 seconds. And I said to her, I said, look, you've got to be aware that comment can have a backlash. I said, so, what you got to do is, if somebody else has cooked their butter for an extra 60 seconds, don't even worry about it. As long as yours is all right. Do not worry about it. Unless they ask you for help, do not worry about it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was playing with my mind. I chatted to Ellie for a long time one night about it, didn't I? And that helps, because, you're worried about it 24/7, not just like when she's telling you. Cheers, Gordon. Nice one. Good meeting you too.
Hey, Gordon, I saw Scott for the first time as well. Honestly. You went to shake my hand. I was like, no, man, I hug. I was like, just give me a hug. I'm a hugger. The same with Phil. You want to shake my hand? I'm like, give me a hug, Phil.
I did have a message. I got a message today off a lady, a mature lady, and she said, I was going to come and say hello. She said, but you're always talking to somebody. That broke my heart because I was like, no, just come and grab me. And I said to her, look, next time you see me, come and grab me and we'll go and get a coffee and we'll sit and have a chat.
Yeah, it's nice that though.
But it's like when people come up to me, Ellie, Mark, Leah, obviously Phil, Victoria, and that, and they're chatting about what you're doing on YouTube and stuff like that. It's like we ain't nothing special. Not one of us are like special. We literally just put videos out on YouTube and do lives. That's the only difference. That is it.
Yeah.
Gordon spent around 300 quid.
300. Jeez Louise. See, I bought cash because I didn't think they'd have card machines. So I was like, so I went and stocked off the cash, like, obviously to bring it. I thought, they won't have card machines. But I'm forgetting that we're in 2022, aren't we? And we're not in, like, 2010 anymore. It's like... yeah.
Amy, to be fair, when I met Scott, I just hugged him. So I love a hug.
Yeah, I'm a hugger, honestly, all day long. Oh, sorry I missed you as well. Oh, no, you didn't go, Leah. You missed me. Oh, okay, sorry. I'm sure I'll see you another time. I'm pretty sure.
It's strange because, like, you know, when I first met Amy, she come over and she was like, hi, Scott. And I was like, who? And then she said who she was. I was like, oh, yeah. It's... Oh, yeah, Mark. Just come, because just anybody at a show, just come and say hello. And we bumped into you too, Jay, which was awesome. Yeah. Yeah, we don't run off or anything like that, or even if we're looking at spiders, come and say hello. Because it's you guys that keep all of us going. Do you know what I mean? So realistically, when it comes to a show, it's you guys that are more important than what's for sale. Exactly, Leah. Completely. We ain't.
Jesus, savage.
We are nothing. We are nothing special. Everybody is just normal people. Just some of us decided we'll have a go at this YouTube thing, and that is the only difference.
Yeah, literally. So see there we've got
Hey, Johan.
Cards guy. Was that the guy who was selling the animal like top trumps type of thing? Show me
Danny Demon. Danny's lovely.
What he's called? He was selling beetles as well. He was really nice. He's one of the people who was really trying to chat with me.
I did a video with him, right? For the show video. I videoed him and everything. I was thought, oh yeah, I'll go round. I'll go talk to him, and then my lift turned around and said, look, I need to go. So I couldn't go back and chat to him. He inboxed me and he went, have I upset you? Have we fallen out and I don't know about it? And I went, no, Danny, why? He went, you didn't come and say hello. I was like, oh, I knew it was coming. And I said to him, I'm really sorry. I just had to leave earlier than what we planned. Like,
yeah,
we completely understand him. But yeah, the not this show, the show before. It was Callum took a picture. Was it Callum or was it Leah? Leah took a picture of me at Danny's stand because Danny was like, I really need to go to the toilet. Will you watch my stand for 5 minutes? I was like, yeah, no worries.
Ryan's, he said I'm talking about Mark in the insect farm. Oh, it was the insect farm, I think. I'm not too sure. Either way, all the retailers were super nice because I normally just chat people's ears off, and all of them were happy for me doing that. So that was always good. Even the other side, people selling millipedes on one side, and you like a spider shop as well. All of them, it was great.
I always find spider shop, you can buy what you want, at a good price. But if you want to laugh, just pop over to CFTN and speak to Tim and Rad. Mate, I got hugged over there. I got strangled. Rad put Creatures from the North sticker on my spider shop box. It
Is he the guy who has like slightly longer hair?
He's got black hair, Polish.
Hair. Black, yeah, because
yeah,
I remember I was going to buy some millipedes, and I said, "Oh, would I be able to get these?" And he said, "Oh, wait for it." He said, "Oh, those creep me out." I was like, you have to shop.
No, that was Clayton Pistilia.
Was it? Ah, okay, yeah. Because he was like, I found it funny that he has the store, and he was like creeped out by the millipedes. I was like, surely you're not. But he was like, no, I hate them.
He's the guy we got the Victorious
too many legs
off. We got the red clawed cave scorpions. I think Phil got one as well. I got a potentially gravid female and a male, and I think Phil got a pair as well, if I remember right. But they were like £25 each, and other places were selling females only at 50 quid.
Oh well, okay.
But I think a lot of Clayton stock is wild caught, so it always helps just to ask what's wild caught and what's not, because if something's endangered, then obviously you know yourself you're not going to buy it because you're not going to promote that industry, are you?
No, of course. Do you tend to find that if someone says to you that they're wild caught, that you will generally try and avoid buying it purposely for that reason as well?
No. It depends on the species. Again, Phil is very privy to a lot more information than a lot of us. So Heterometrus, Asian forest scorpions, it's now looked at that they're dwindling in the wild because the amount that are coming into the hobby. So I'm really careful about trying to buy captive bred those, or if I buy male and female, if one's captive bred, one's wild caught, then let's see, because then because you're breeding them, you're putting those babies back into the hobby. It is such a dodgy subject, it's unreal, because the hobby needs wild caught. No matter how you look on it, we need wild caught, but then we also need captive bred. So we need a lot more captive bred stuff than what we currently have. But you can't keep captive breeding the same species before the whole of the UK will have the same DNA, and then you get deformities. You get spiders or insects with missing limbs, potentially shorter life and stuff like that. So you do need wild caught to come in to bring that DNA. It's just needs to be done down the legal route. Richard, and it needs to be done respectfully of how many are left in the wild, how many that they're bringing in. I think some species should be brought in and given to and passed on to certain breeders only, because they might have a better chance of breeding them in captivity than somebody having a monopoly. Do you know what I mean? What about captive breeding?
I think
reproduction, repopulation.
Richard, I was literally just about to say that, because surely it would be quite hard to reintroduce them into nature. I don't know, but if it's specific biotopes,
insects would take But again, if you're looking at third, fourth generation, then you're going to have issues with their DNA, and possibly again, shorter lifespans or missing limbs, stuff like that. A tarantula will do what a tarantula does, whether it's in captivity or it's in the wild. The problem comes in saying, I've just bred my Violociceps female. Are the babies actually pure Violociceps? So what you need to do is get the DNA from a wild caught specimen and check it with the specimen that's you've got in captivity to prove that those babies are then capable of being released into the wild. But then you've got to look at what stage, because you don't want to put slings back into the wild because they're going to get munched. You need to put the adult females back into the wild. But then you also need several egg sacs as well. Otherwise, you're going to get the same thing in captive breeding. You're going to get the same thing in the wild. So you need to have egg sacs from several different females. So you get biosecure rooms, like Phil says, would be perfect. So you get DNA you get different strands of DNA going back into the wild, is what I think. Definitely. But then the females that you release into the wild, you need to kind of put males with them that are going to mature and be able to breed with those. So that's another reason why you need separate egg sacs. So maybe if you've got, you'd have to do it on a bigger scale, but if you've got 5 females and 5 males, let's say, from one egg sac, 5 females and 5 males from another egg sac, it'd be best to swap the males and the females around. But then what you've also got to remember is the males can mature after 2 years and be ready for breeding and be dead after 4 or 5, whereas the females could mature at 5 to 10 years. So when the female spiders are mature in the wild, the male ones that you've released might not be even there, might not even still be alive. So it is, as Dee said, it's really, really difficult.
It's kind of similar to.
It does need doing, but unfortunately, there's more money in selling mobile phones. People want to buy those, and what they want to put into a charity for animals. The fluffy, big-eyed stuff is always going to get priority over insects. Your lemurs, monkeys, gorillas, they're always going to be first on the list for reintroduction of stuff like that. But it would be really, really good.
And I think that's where they go wrong, because they do all the big species first, which, and if you look at the importance of the tiny microorganisms that live within things, they're actually the most important, because it starts small and goes bigger, doesn't it? So it's just one of the things. So
let me what's going on?
Inbreeding weakens the gene pool. It definitely does, but like things like isopods and things, I know it does.
Let me see if I'll just send Phil the stream link. The stream link invite, because if he's available, he'll pop on, because his knowledge on kind of interbreeding and repopulating the wild with reptiles is massive.
It's so much.
His bio rooms, he can explain what he means by that as well. Sorry, chat is getting to.
Albiceps.
Yes, it does weaken the gene pool.
I say there. Give me a sec. Pretty cool project in Germany called Citizen Conservation Style with amphibians. Okay, that's cool.
Sorry, so Johannes, I really didn't think he did that with spiders. Plus, let's take the curly hair. So with the curly hair, they're not coming into the country at the moment, wild caught, because the country of origin isn't releasing any at the moment, because the populations are dwindling in the wild. But with us, we have the curly hair, and we have what's called a hobby form, and the hobby form is not wild caught, and it kind of resembles what's in nature, but not quite, and that's because they've been crossbreeding with species within that hobby form spider, which puts you up against another kind of issue. You really have to prove it contains pure DNA.
Yeah, so Reese is saying there about it's similar to praying mantises, I think, where the males they grow faster than the females, so they can't. I think that's what praying mantises do, isn't it? So the males grow.
That's what I was on about earlier with when the females become mature, the males that released could already been mature and passed away at that point. Dee said then there is also habitat loss. Some species have such small ranges. For instance, Balfouri, just a very small habitat gone in an instant. That could be the case. Mindanao, that little part of the world, is a small little valley with 4 separate different species of tarantula. We call them northeast, south, and west. The locals call them different, but I can't remember what the locals call them. But they're on about literally damming that whole valley off for a hydro dam for electricity, basically, over in the Philippines. And it was like, what? Hold on a minute. Luckily, the plans have been there for 10 years. And nothing's come of it as yet. But if you want to know a bit more about reptiles, wild, those biorooms, this is the man.
How's it going?
Yeah,
good, do you?
Yeah,
I think first, I do have to apologise, Phil. The first time we met, for slapping your bum. It's probably a bit too much the first time we met. As I walked past him, I just went, he just was like, ooh.
I'll take one in. You're lucky Victoria didn't notice.
Oh, man. Yeah. Because as I did it, I was like, was that too much for the first time we met?
Ryan, did you smell Phil's beard though? That is the question.
I didn't smell his beard.
Phil has a beard that's legendary, fruity smelling, and literally,
I didn't smell your beard.
Literally, everybody goes and smells his beard.
To be honest, I completely forgot that everyone mentioned how fruity it is.
So, Northern Exotic saying Chester Zoo release sand lizards every year over North Wales and Sefton Coast every year. Some get munched, but loads thrive.
Yeah, really.
That's cool. That's cool. But then, do they have to show that the DNA that within their sand lizards is the same as not the same, but is pure sand lizard?
Yeah, ones came from the original wild. They took wild ones in. They basically keep them wild, so the enclosure there is outdoors. For me, it's one of the best enclosures in the entire zoo, and most people walk straight past it and don't notice it because they literally create the sand dune just outside. It's netted over, and literally the sand lizards are essentially wild within that, and then they just take a few out every year and put them into the wild.
Would you say that's the best way of reintroducing is to get wild caught specimens, keep them in the current country of origin, reproduce them in one of those in a biosafe atmosphere, and then put the babies straight back out?
If you can do it in situ is always tends to be better. But obviously we do a lot of ex situ, so bringing stuff over here or taking it to the US or Australia or wherever. So not such origin. The problem then change the animal too much. So things like golden mantellas, I reckon that we've probably changed them, not purposely, but inadvertently we've perhaps changed golden mantellas far too much within captivity that potentially we wouldn't be able to actually release any to the wild because they're completely different parts.
Would you say, like, because if you think about it, if you have 10 spiders delivered at 10 different times of the year, you're going to have 1 or 2 that arrive dead. You then have to contact the seller and all the rest of it. So if you bring wild caught from another country here in the idea to breed them here to send them back, you're going to have a lot of deaths as well, which potentially, if you had them in that country of origin instead of bringing them all the way here, could potentially go back into the wild. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Again, where possible, you want to do in situ. So in country of origin, where possible, you want to do it within the habitat. You want to do it without actually bringing into captivity.
A lock of Phil's beard will give you 10 points to animal keeping skills. Pete said you look like Blackbeard.
You've got like a back beard.
The issue is getting to the realm where the beard is kept. It was an awesome show, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good. Mine too.
So the bio rooms. Well. So what? Just for anybody that's watching that might not know, what is one?
Well, biosecure room. So basically, where you're not allowing anything else to come into that room, and you're not allowing anything from that room to go out of that room. So it's essentially a quarantine area. So things like the Desert Asphalt Spider project that's going on in zoos. Hogner Ingens, they're the largest wolf spider and one of the most critically endangered spiders in the world. UK Zoo, a few UK zoos are working with them. I looked into it. Unfortunately, my place we couldn't be a part of it because it costs us too much money to do.
Because are they vacuum tight as well?
Basically, you want a room that is completely separated from all other arachnids, because of the transmission risk to them. So, and a lot of time, the people working with them actually change their uniform, so they wear a different uniform, or at least like lab coats or something over their uniform in there, and they make sure they don't work with any other arachnid that day. Another thing, go and work with them. So all food is either bred within that room, or you screen it before it goes into that room.
No,
so like if you brought in, a fresh load of crickets, you would take of those crickets and screen them for any parasites or anything like that. So, and even like send off to labs to be like, do these have any diseases before we go and feed to our animals? There's a lot involved.
You can see where the money would be spent and how you would need a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I think it was the deep up until when they set up for Desert Asphalt Spiders, it cost them in the region of 50,000.
Are you not allowed to get that species and take it out of the room at any point ever? I assume not. Like once it's inside the quarantine area, you can't take it.
If it comes basically, if it go into another collection, obviously it's got to come out of that room, but it's done very, very carefully. So if it goes into an area where there's other arachnids, then that individual can never go back to the wild.
Yeah. God. Just saying what Ross said there, Scott, and that's how I saw you with one mystery box. Then as I came to the other side of that room, that's when you were taking a few more things.
I first bought the Spider Shop £30 one. Then it was a CFTN one, and then the one that Rad gave me for giving him a mature male. Then it was bacon batch and a cup of tea, and then it was the mantis box followed by the two spiders.
Yeah, obviously you got good value on them as well.
I really didn't. I don't ever have a list or anything. I was going to this show to look for true spiders, but I don't normally think I want this specific animal or this specific male, because then you're disappointed at the show. I just go with whatever's there is there.
Yeah.
I take it it's the same setup for the reptiles as well, then, Phil. Or any animal, because you hear about lions and stuff like that being reintroduced.
The bigger the animal, the less likely it is you're actually going to return it to the wild.
Oh, really?
Sort of thing. It's going to be many, many more years. Whereas things like with some of the projects, we're looking to breed these and get these back out to the wild ASAP. So it's really strict in terms of biosecurity.
Is that
everything like that? And like there'll be separate rooms and even sometimes separate building species.
Is that purely because of the size of the animal? It costs a lot to ship them back to the country of origin.
It costs, yeah. Well,
so again, it makes sense to do it over there. Artificial insemination with the mammals, surely.
And so, with mammals, reintroduction of especially like large mammals, you need a habitat to actually reintroduce them to. If there's no habitat there, then it's pointless. So, surely you've got to be looking at, right, if this animal's been extinct from this part of the world for a few hundred years, then surely the animals there have got used to it not being there. So if you reintroduced it, it could possibly have a negative effect. Yep. Yeah, it's certainly not a case of just because historically they were there doesn't mean they should be put back. It's a bit like here in the UK. Historically, yeah, we had wolves and bears. Doesn't mean we should have wolves and bears roaming, wild in the UK now.
We don't really have the space for them, is there? There's no habitat for them. There's nowhere for them to be.
The only real wilderness we have is up in Scotland, sort of thing. But that's why it's been so long now that our wildlife nowadays is not used to there being large predators.
You see, I mean, I remember being in Cubs and Scouts, and part of the badge for Warwickshire was a bear chained to a post. And I said to my mum, I said, "What's that about?" And she literally said, "It's because we used to have bears in this country."
Yeah.
I was like, "What?"
Same as wolves. We used to have wolves as well.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a project about trying to reintroduce them back into the UK, and it's like, well, we've got an overgrazing problem as it is with our deer. Do we really want to be reintroducing bison that are going to graze even more?
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
But is there an overpopulated area of deer where a wolf pack could possibly be a good idea, or are we just playing with stuff which we really don't know the outcome to?
I mean, it's somewhere in the middle because we have too many deer, and most of our deer aren't native.
Too many deer.
So only reds and roes are native. So all the rest.
You might not. Sorry. I was just going to say you might not like it, but I used to shoot, I used to hunt, and deers are completely, like, in terms of population control, they're completely overrun at the moment with deer. They are actively culling them all the time because there's that many of them.
I don't understand it. I don't understand how we can be overpopulated with deer, but yet build here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We can't, because they've got more right to this land that we're building on than what we have.
Yeah.
What's happening that the amount of deer there is actually destroying forests.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Most of our deer aren't native, so they're not. They're sort of arguably shouldn't be here anyway. I mean, so that, deer are causing a lot of environmental damage.
Environmental damage, as in affecting our local native wildlife, or
yeah, our trees, our forests.
But the trees are pretty much caboodle thanks to the grey squirrel.
And so
they took our jobs.
I think the red squirrel was native to the UK, but if my memory serves me right, I think that's only in the pine forests up in Scotland now, isn't
it? Scotland, Wales, Anglesey.
They're over in Anglesey.
Yeah, there's reds. Yeah.
So that's not going to be a huge population over there then, surely. Because
I think there's some in North Wales as well. South Wales. But it was actually showing if we can, and then the potential got down away by if we could reintroduce pine martens, which actually will actively hunt the greys.
Yeah.
They will hunt the reds, but the reds.
I forgot about pine martens. And the pine martens are gorgeous as well. They're absolutely stunning.
They're fantastic animals. So, as of that, where pine martens have been reintroduced into parts of Wales, the reds had actually started to increase in number. And it was like, actually, look, we can reintroduce a predator that should be here, sort of thing, and it's actually helping out other animals.
Why haven't they done it?
Because I mean, let's face it, right? The main reason is because how many people are going to actively walk through woodlands knowing that there's going to be wolves there, and you could potentially get attacked by something like this or an apex predator, and that's the reason they killed them all in the first place, isn't it? Because they, let's face it, humans are selfish as anything. And they kind of put themselves first.
Well, we are the worst thing ever to happen to the planet.
Humans are absolute parasites, mate. But that's why they wouldn't say, let's introduce wolves and bears.
Yeah. This way, the Matrix got it right. We are a virus.
Oh yes,
100%. 100%. Yeah. 100%. I'm gonna have to go though. I still need to eat some food.
Same with me, dude. I need to get some dinner.
Yeah. Luckily, the missus cooked me a nice roast chicken, so I can just put it with some gravy and shove some Yorkshire puddings or something. Quite excited.
Hunters are often villainified here, and it's essentially their job to control populations. Kind of ridiculous. We are totally a virus, says Leah. I think hunting for food, I can't see any problem with that myself. What I do see a problem with is hunting for sport. As long as if you're hunting for food, as long as there is enough of that species to carry on going and all the rest of it, then yeah. If it's endangered, obviously not. But then obviously if you do, then the whole of that animal's got to be used.
Yeah, there's a difference between hunting as part of deer basic control or something, and look, I've shot this lion.
Okay.
Well, that's how David Attenborough started, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then he kind of come around to the fact that everything that you're shooting is now disappearing. And brought it to the attention of the world. I think Charlie Boy did it for popularity marks.
So.
Otherwise, the hunting ban on foxes would be more reinforced than what it actually is.
Yeah. I need to go off to bed.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna call it a night because I'm starving as well. I haven't had dinner. I'm in Ryan's position.
Yeah, like I say, the more I was talking about, I was like,
as everybody knows, I am literally always hungry.
Bottomless pit. Oh yeah.
Ryan, thank you so much for joining again. It's been another absolutely epic live. We mustn't leave it so long for the next one, I don't think.
No, honestly, mate, it's been great. Thank you very much for having me, and it's been good speaking to everyone and everyone in chat. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and the people who joined Discord. No, it really has been. It's been great, man. So thank you very much. Apologies for my bloody Wi-Fi. Hopefully, I can get a Wi-Fi boost before we do the next one. Should be a little bit clearer on the stream and things. So, but no, honestly, mate, it's been a pleasure. So thank you.
Just try Primark. Go up a level from Pound Shop Wi-Fi. Well, honestly though, one of these Ethernet cable things, these are awesome.
Well, I pay for 500 megabytes a second. That's what I pay for. Like, I paid a little bit more because I was always like, I used to play a lot of games when I first moved in, but I've kept paying it. But I'm just terrible, innit?
If there's something in that wall that's blocking it, then you can't blame the Wi-Fi, can you? It's the wall.
I know, mate. I can't. This was an extension that was built.
There is more moist in the comments than you know what to do with.
Moist. Everyone just keeps putting moist. But yeah.
Oh dear. The next video for me is out on Thursday, which is the unboxing of what we got from the Northern show, which is quite a long one, actually, about 20 minutes long. But it is epic what we got. Phil, have you got another video coming out soon? I did see your last one
tomorrow,
which I shared. If you've got me on Facebook, check out Phil's video. If you've got Phil on Facebook, check out Phil's video. If you've got him on YouTube, go check out his last one. Pretty awesome.
Tomorrow's just my show footage along with what I got.
The beetle one, because you can also feed those grubs to your tarantulas because they're quite a decent size. So if you can feed them to your larger spiders. What the setup Phil did for them makes it look really, really nice as well.
Yeah, that's on display within the zoo.
Oh, wait, was that the one with the branches and things? It had like a middle central island thing. Am I right? The one you posted, it was about a week ago or something. Was it that
yeah, just all it is it's a 4x2x2 tank, just with photomatic backgrounds, with a few inches of substrate. About half a foot substrate.
That video, awesome.
And then packed full of branches that are covered in lichens, and then actually what I do is just I rest food on the branches.
Yeah. Well,
and
FYI, drop milk on twigs, just so you know. So, because you did ask me earlier, but I kept losing connection with my Palm World connection. But literally, with a prepare, drop milk onto twigs and keep them inside tubs sealed in the direct sun. And that's how I grow lichen. Yeah, that's literally all I do. And within a couple of weeks, it's starting to grow. It's nuts. The whole twig will go all white, and then it starts to like slowly go, and then the lichen starts to appear. But anyway, yeah.
Put milk in a twig and it's all white.
Exactly. As much as you wouldn't think that would work.
Right.
Yeah. Milk on a twig
and on that note,
in the sun. Yeah.
We're gonna end the stream. Otherwise, we're gonna be going on till midnight, and I don't know about Ellie. I'll be falling asleep as well by that point. But thank you so much for everybody in the comments as well. To those that's donated, man, thank you so much. Ellie, Phil, thank you as always. Ryan, like I said, let's not leave it so long for the next one.
Yeah.
It might be. Yeah, you have to have a. I'd love to see you on the other streams as well. That'd be cool. Yeah. Like the Sunday.
An AKC one time.
I didn't want to say it just in case you didn't want to. Do you know what I mean? But that would be.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be really cool.
That would be cool.
That's every Sunday. Whose channel is it on this week, Phil? Ellie? It's on Spider Mums this Sunday.
Oh, Christy, nice. But yeah, if you want me, just send me a message. I'm more than happy. Honestly, it's been a pleasure, mate. And everyone in chat's been really nice. So I can't thank you enough. Honestly, mate, it's been great. Thank you.
No worries. Right, we shall see everybody else next Tuesday. Like I said, this Thursday we've got the unboxing video coming out. Phil, when's your next video coming out?
Tomorrow night or tomorrow evening, 6.
Ooh, and that is the show footage, is it?
Yep. Yeah, along with what I picked up.
Ryan, have you got one coming out soon?
Yeah, tomorrow at 7:00, the How to Terrariums episodes. It's going to be basically bioactive arid soil. It's only a 4 or 5 minute video, but it's generally describing how I made the soil. But I basically mentioned on that I need to do a full video on how I made that mix and where I got to where it is basically. So I'll be doing that within the terrarium or How to Terrarium series, and so I've got one tomorrow and then Sunday. So, yeah.
Right, Ellie, have you got? Are you still busy?
Huh?
Are you still busy for your videos, or are you going to try and pop one out, or still got a lot on, ain't you?
Not until at least after May. June. I think.
But if you are subscribed with Ellie, just stick with that. She has got literally so much going on at the moment. It's unreal, isn't it, Ellie? Ellie.
Well, tomorrow, my video tomorrow does feature something that Ryan gave me at the show.
Oh, I don't know what that is. And I haven't seen it, but I'm guessing it is pretty epic. That is, yeah. Right, I'm going to say good night because I'm not jealous at all. But right, night, everybody.
See you there, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.